Indian victory here.
Yeah, he had about a third of their rushing yards just on that one play. As I look at the stats here, what's maybe a little bit encouraging is we are building each week in our yards gained from the line of scrimmage. We broke just over 100 yards that first week against Jeff City, 134 yards against Moberly. And I tell you, I'm surprised as anybody that we broke 200 yards of, rushing yards against Blair Oaks, who were returning I think all but one of their starters from last year. That's impressive.
Yeah, we were worried last week heading into that game against Blair Oaks with the returning starters on defense. Osage looked good in the first half. They drove down the field. They turned them over a few times, forced the field position game, and got what they wanted, just wound up not being able to put it together in the second half and bring home what would have been a big win. But you got to like with some of the stuff that you saw. Defensively, the Indians, it's kind of a bend, don't break for the Indians. Third down has been an issue for this Osage defense. Now, granted, these are just high school kids. I don't want to, pin anything down on them, but the third down defense has been tough for them. Getting the opponent off the field has been an issue for the Indians, and you want to see that cleaned up tonight. You want to get a team in 3rd and 8, and you want to feel like you can stop them on that 3rd and 8.
Yeah, on the other side of that, I can't disagree with you at all about the third down, just the importance on both sides of the ball, but then the turnover game. We really, both those first 2 weeks, played a pretty clean game. And then last week, if our stats are right here, we had 4 turnovers, 3 lost fumbles, and an interception. And that was the difference in that second half, right? Because we battled in the first half. They scored that late touchdown to go up 28-14 in the first half. But I think everybody there at the field was surprised by just how we were hanging with Blair Oaks. And then that second half turned in what we feared it would become. And, of course, we made it easy on the Falcons by turning the ball over 4 times.
Tonight we're live in Eldon, Missouri. The next 2 weeks we'll be back at School of the Osage as the Indians get set for a couple more home games in conference play against the California Pintos and the Hallsville Indians before ending the season with 3 pretty far road games for the Indians, going to Southern Boone, at Booneville, and then Lutheran South, a replacement for Versailles leaving the Tri-County Conference towards the end of the season. Again, you can catch all the broadcasts throughout the course of this season right here on 102.7 on your dial, or go to mosportzone.com for a full list of Lake area teams playing. Live video feeds on there from Camdenton, Eldon, and Versailles. They kind of alternate that one, in School of the Osage all season long. Or you can go to YouTube, type in mosportzone.com or mosportzone on there, and that will give you a list of the live games being streamed there. Again, that is synced up with our radio broadcast, so if you're not able to make any of the games tonight or in the coming weeks, you can watch live on there. Get a chance to see Steve's face at halftime and realize that he has a face for radio.
Oh, that's painful.
Well, if I didn't say it, you were going to say it about me.
That's true. Preemptive. Way to preempt.
Yeah,
preemptive strategy
jump
there.
In there.
Not going to get to see us in the pregame show.
No.
We're just looking at the beautiful field here, watching the band play.
This is a football term. I called an audible. You know what that means?
I'm well acquainted. Thank you, Peyton Manning.
Could you tell me what it means?
Omaha.
Yeah, I called it an Omaha here in the pregame. We got a couple of Osage kids up here helping bring the video broadcast live to you. They do a tremendous job. We make everything fit in here. It probably shouldn't all fit in here, but we make all the equipment.
Tight.
Yeah, it's a tight fit. You're way over there. You feel so far away.
Well, I have felt some distance in our relationship recently.
You know what? We'll rectify that. Maybe we can get our own press box next week.
Where's Phil? Where's Dr. Phil? We need some help, I feel like.
So, yeah, coming up tonight, the Eldon Mustangs, as we get ready for one of the oldest rivalries here in Missouri, and probably the oldest and most traditional rivalry in the Lake of the Ozarks area. Eldon and Osage have been going to battle for countless years, certainly longer than you and I have been alive, Steve.
Yeah, I was looking at the Misha site about just their record. It seems like it was 10-17 was the record I saw. Is that right? I was surprised it wasn't a bigger number than what I was looking at.
We've only played 27 times? Maybe that's just as far as Misha goes back.
Maybe, yeah, that would make sense.
Yeah, they probably don't keep records from like the 80s or whatever.
That's so far ago.
I would just assume that everything pre-whatever Misha kept, Osage won those games.
Absolutely.
So I'd say 438-7 or whatever you
What's
said.
What's the earliest memory you have of watching an Osage football game?
An Osage football game?
Yeah.
I remember being terrified of the Indian mascot we used to have.
Well, it was scary.
Yeah, and if it came near me, I wanted nothing to do with that thing. You know, I used to go to the games here. I went to the football games as a kid, the basketball games, but I would just bring my toy wrestlers. I had no idea what was going on. It was like the big LJN rubber ones, and now I'm way more involved. I usually only get the wrestlers out during commercials.
Hulkamania, baby.
I'm way more involved now. And then, like, one of my parents' friends said, he brought his dollies. And I got, you know what? It doesn't matter. It's a pre-show here live in Eldon, Missouri, as the Indians get set to take on the Mustangs. Earlier today, Mike Clayton got a chance to sit down and talk with Osage head coach Shannon Jolly about last week's game. And tonight, coming in here to Eldon, let's hear that interview now.
Talking now with the head coach of the Osage Indians, who was the head coach of the Eldon Mustangs, and back to the Osage Indians. Big night down the road in Eldon tonight. The Osage Indians and the Eldon Mustangs, one of the better rivalries in Lake Area High School, Coach. And you know a lot of it about both programs. Let's start there. You started out with Osage. What happened there?
Well, it was early. Like I said, I actually started as a position coach at Eldon, and then was asked to come to Osage. So when I went here, it was had a great 5-year run here, and ended up going back to Eldon a few years later. And then I think I tell people I'm the only football coach probably in state history that's been to 3 different schools twice.
That's probably right. And to go from Eldon to Osage or Osage to Eldon, however the whole thing came down, nobody does that. Nobody leaves Eldon and goes to Osage or vice versa. That's kind of ironic. And here you are, all these years later, going back to Eldon as the head coach of the Osage Indians. What do you know about the Eldon Mustangs?
Well, they're a talented team. They're a lot better than they were last year. I think people keep talking about the situation last year. They came in 3-0, and we were able to get a big win over them. But they're definitely not the same team as they were last year. I think they're much improved. And to be honest with you, we're not the same team as we were either. So we've got our hands full tonight.
Coach, it really doesn't matter in a rivalry game like this, though. I mean, when you look at the history of the Eldon-Osage matchup, you throw the records out the window, you start anew, and this is for bragging rights at the lake, and this will be a big one for your kids.
It is. It's got a lot of implications for a lot of different people, some for some really positive reasons and some for some negative stuff. So we just talked to our kids about enjoying it. We talked last night, and, I talked to Coach Holt last night as well, who's a good friend, and, we want our kids to enjoy it. And, you know what it was like when you went to high school and you played your rival and how much fun it was the week leading up and stuff like that. And we're just trying to make sure we keep focused on that.
Well, there's a lot going on with kids, especially, when they're 16, 17, 18 years old. They can get a lot of different thoughts in their minds. But how are your kids holding up this year so far through the first 3 or 4 games?
Relatively well. For a young group, I'm pretty proud of them. I think we have some loose ends. I'm not going to lie to you. We have some guys that we're still trying to get to not necessarily conform, but transform to the way we want them to do things. And it's a struggle sometimes. But for the most part, the large percentage of our kids have bought in, and our young kids have really fought extremely hard to compete, when they're really outmanned a little bit week to week.
Well, you talked about the age or the youth factor entering into your team this year. You've got a lot of kids that are playing that are freshmen or sophomores.
Yeah, I mean, technically, most good football programs, your JV group is made up of all sophomores and those types of things. And then fortunately for us this year, our kids have had to play up, but I think the valuable experience is going to pay huge down the road.
Seems like you're kind of coming together as a team, Coach, as you get further into the season. I mean, that's kind of what you work for, is to get to district play and be kind of dialed in.
It's really, fortunately and unfortunately, as an older coach now, it's what you enjoy, the process of putting the things together, so you don't get caught up as much in the early season stuff. I mean, obviously you want to win, but watching kids grow, and each week there's 1 or 2 kids that pop up, or different areas of our game that improve, and it really is about putting it together. So we're excited about the product we're putting out there.
Shannon Jolly, head coach of the Osage Indians. Coach, any closing thoughts before your contest tonight with Eldon?
No, we just encourage everybody, if you're a high school football fan, to come out to Eldon tonight. They do a great job of hosting, and it's going to be a super atmosphere in Eldon tonight.
Great facility. Hope to see you there. It's Eldon and Osage next, right here on Cool 102.7 Sports.
Hi, this is Greg at Surdak Yamaha of Lake of the Ozarks. Since we've been doing this for over 50 years, everyone asks, how is business during the slowing economy? Well, it's simple. When the economy is robust, people buy boats, motorcycles, and bourbon. When the economy gets weak, people buy boats, motorcycles, and bourbon. So here is a winning investor strategy. Buy your bourbon from one of the lake's great restaurants and bars, and buy your boats and motorcycles from Surdak Yamaha of Lake of the Ozarks today, before we run out again. If boat and wave runner rental is more your style, we just received a brand new fleet of G3 pontoons, wave runners, and Four Winds boats. Visit SurdikeBoatRental.com.
You ride on a reputation at Gary Surdike. You ride on a reputation. You ride on a reputation.
It's not called a farm won't or a farm can't. It's the Case IH Farm All Series, and it's available now at Crown Power and Equipment. And instead of telling you that the Case IH Farm All can do baling, mowing, pulling, raking, and digging, we'll just give you the list of things it won't do. Ready? Nothing. Get your Case IH Farm All Series today at Crown Power and Equipment and find out why Can Do comes in red. Crown Power and Equipment. Passion, power, performance. Find a location near you at crown-power.com.
When your vehicle is so dirty, your kids are writing "Wash me, please" on it, it's time to visit Auto Spa Car Wash. When it seems the remnants of the entire population of grasshoppers reside on your windshield, it's time to visit Auto Spa Car Wash. Auto Spa Car Wash offers superb touchless drive-through bays and do-it-yourself bays. Auto Spa Car Wash is located on Highway 42 in Osage Beach, across from Lowe's.
Back here in Eldon, Missouri, winding down the Winter Shelton Real Estate Group pregame show. That was the Jack's Sporting Good Coaches interview. Jeff Carr sitting down with Coach Jolly, talking about tonight's game coming up as we get set for the Duncan Diamond and Fine Jewelry coin toss up here in the Kelly's Port Marina press box. Steve Adams alongside Craig Allen, Justin Wassel back in the studio, and a couple of School of the Osage High School students up here helping us put together this video broadcast for you on mosportzone.com. You can watch the video live here tonight from Eldon if you're unable to make it out. Keep up with things in real time as the coin toss getting ready here, Steve. We talked about it in the pregame, what Osage is going to have to do. Give me a quick 30-second hit. What do the Indians need to do tonight to take home the victory?
Oh, we got to establish the run. We got to sustain drives. We got to get Aiden Williams and Cloney's, that two-headed monster. They just need to drive us down the field, complement that with a pass here and there. And I just want to, jump on your back with the third down conversion on both offense and defense.
Agreed,
right?
Yeah. Take care of the football. Don't turn it over. Limit mistakes like you have in the first 3 games so far. Osage rarely penalized. Keep going that route. Take control of the football, control the narrative here tonight, and you can take home a win. Start to turn your season around. Again, the Indians last year came into this game 0-3. Eldon came in 3-0. Osage got the win, propelled to a 7-game winning streak throughout the rest of conference play before losing in the district tournament. Don't expect things to be so easy here tonight as they were last year in that 28-0 game. This is a different Eldon team, a lot of returning starters, a lot of experience on that team. Osage returning 5 starters on both sides of the football here this season. Just a young team trying to find their way, and I like what I've seen so far. I like what I've seen from the team. I like the direction that this team is headed. Eventually it's going to be all put together, Steve.
Yeah, I tell you, and I know the Mustangs, they remember. They remember what this was like a year ago, especially with so many experienced players, and they've got to be hungry for this, right? Whereas maybe the Osage players were so young, this is just a new, fresh start for them. I've always been fascinated by just the high school coaching family. I think about Coach Jolly and his connection with Coach Chad Holt. They coached together here at Eldon for a number of years where Jolly was the head coach, and just still have that connection, I'm sure. In fact, he referred to him as a friend there in that post-game interview last week. I just think there's something unique about, when you're the head coach, nobody knows what it's like to be a head football coach except another head football coach. It's kind of interesting seeing those guys out there in midfield together.
Let me tell you something. If I was down there on that sideline coaching a team and I looked across the field and I saw you, we'd score 100 on you. Maybe 200.
Based on my experience in coaching flag football, you might be right.
You might be right. Based on your experience as a volleyball scorekeeper, you got me there.
That's a great skill to have in life right there.
Eldon will receive the opening kickoff after the Duncan Diamond and Fine Jewelry coin toss at midfield. Osage set to kick this one off and get this game underway. Brady Clark set to do the kicking. Oh, a breeze blowing my papers around up here. Got to tape them down. And the kick is up and away, and this one is underway. Ball fielded cleanly, wrapped around, and brought down by DePay just past the 25. Eldon's first possession of the night will start at the 27-yard line. Hunter Hess will lead this Eldon offense. Senior. We've seen him on the basketball court, and we've seen a little bit from him on the football field.
A senior who, my understanding, he started every year. That he's not just, he's got a senior with a little more experience maybe than most seniors. Brings a lot of confidence here on the field.
First down for the Mustangs, wearing gold pants, gold jersey, gold helmets. Osage, white jersey, maroon pants. Shotgun set, man in motion pre-snap. Hess hands it off, going to the right. Looking for some help and brought down in the backfield. That's going to be a loss of 2 on the first play. Zach Smithson came in motion, left to right, got the handoff. Looked to be a little bit of confusion there between the running back and the receiver there, Steve.
It did. They just kind of were almost just shoulder to shoulder in that motion. And, boy, you hate to see if you're an Eldon fan, that's unnerving a little bit, seeing kind of a little bit of a broken play for your first one of the night.
What if you're an Osage fan?
Oh, we love it. Bring
okay.
it on. Let's do that one again.
Second down and 13 here on the first possession of the night for the Mustangs.
First flag of the night.
False start on the Mustangs. That'll set them back 5 more, make it second down and 18 after the penalty.
Yeah, again, not the start you want if you're an Eldon Mustang, but as we talked about the importance of, setting up a 3rd and long here for the Osage defense, we're heading that direction. That's going to increase your chances of getting that 3rd down stop.
What do you think is in the flag that, gives it its weight?
Great question.
I think it's licorice. Second down and 18, first possession for the Mustangs. In the shotgun, Hess, 2 receivers out, now man in motion, pre-snap. Fakes the handoff, Hess rolls out to his right. Looking for a man, no good. Ball sails out of bounds. Looks like there could have been a couple linemen downfield. I think they were trying to set up the screen, but Osage took that away from him, trying to throw it in the mid-level. Nothing doing there, and that sets up 3rd and very long for the Mustangs on this first drive.
3rd down and 18 here at their end of the field. That's a tough place to be here to start this game tonight.
Not a lot of 3rd down and 18 plays in the playbook.
Probably don't spend a lot of time in practice working on those, maybe.
Tight set formation. Hess back in the shotgun. 3 receivers out right. And that's where he's looking. Steps up in the pocket. Now stays behind the line of scrimmage. He throws it downfield. No one there. Sails out of bounds. And the Indians force a 4th down. Flag on the play, though. Right just past the line of scrimmage. A legal man downfield on the Mustangs. And I saw that on the previous play. So once again, a lineman just excited to get downfield and try and make a play.
Well, that makes sense when you got your quarterback kind of rolling out there, trying to create a play. Just a lot of time for your lineman to kind of hold that position.
Oh, and then Hess stepped up in the pocket, and the lineman might have thought, okay, he's going to take off here. I'm going to try and, just one of those situations. So Eldon will bring out the punt unit here on 4th down. 10:46 left to go in the first quarter. Snap is good. Kick is away. DePay back to receive it. That ball takes a big-time Eldon bounce. It's touched by a Mustang way back. No, they're going to say it went past it. I thought he threw his little rubber thing, like a mouth guard type thing, whenever they touch it. Instead, they're going to mark it back at the 32. What do I know? I'm a basketball broadcaster.
Not tonight. You said black mouth guard thing?
Yeah, yeah. See, now they're going to move it up. They're saying an Eldon player touched it at the 48-yard line.
See, man, here's why I'm impressed. You're not only calling the game tonight, you are officiating the game tonight.
Thank you. It's hard to impress you. But I tell you what, I'll do it. Osage first possession of the night. Trusty back in the pistol. Williams and Colonius next to him. There's the handoff to Colonius around the edge, and he's got some room into the secondary. Looking for a block downfield. Now the ball is out and knocked out, but Colonius grabs it out of bounds after the big gain. So Colonius with the big gain on first down, lost a handle on it, but corrals it just as it goes out of bounds. So Osage just outside the red zone here after the first play.
Yeah, Colonius seeing more space than he's seen all season long coming around the edge there. That's a great-looking run.
Second play for the Indians coming up on this drive at the 21. Trusty hands off to Williams. He goes left, trying to get the edge. Missed a stiff arm and going to go down after 4 yards, but it's good enough to get into the Crown Power and Equipment red zone here in the first quarter, brought to you by Oak Star Bank.
Spot the ball there. It looks like the 17-yard line. I thought for sure Williams would get the first carry of the night, and I think maybe Eldon thought that too. Faked us out by giving us to Colonius, and what a great chunk of yards he rips off, and now we're going to follow up with a 1-2 punch with Williams.
Second down and 6 coming up here on the first drive of the night for the Indians. Trusty back. Hands off to Colonius once again on the right side. He's got some blockers out there. Might have enough for the first down. Got brought down right at the marker. He had 2 lead blockers out there and 3 defenders. Couldn't quite get past all of them. It's good enough for a Serdike Yamaha first down. That moves the chains. Osage able to get a first down inside the 2 now. Sets up 1st and 10 at the 11.5-yard line.
Something's working well on that right edge. Getting some good blocks, good lead blocks. Lyman doing a good job. You got, is that Havner there as at the tackle position?
Handoff goes up the middle. Nothing doing there. Keeping the legs churning, though. Might get about 2 or 3 out of it.
That Williams with the carry there?
Yeah, I believe so.
Taking that to about the 9-yard line. Well, I tell you what, the start to this game is exactly what Osage would want to script. Get the stop, get good, pretty decent field position, and just march it right down their throats.
Second down and 8. Inside the 10. Osage with a chance at the first down inside the 2. Trusty waits for the snap. Hands it off to Colonius. This time on the left side, splits a tackle, and oh my goodness, touchdown Indians. Into the end zone, Colonius, his 3rd run of the drive, results in 6.
Colonius doesn't have a lot of yards this year. He's gotten some carries here, but we're just playing some stingy defenses. Not accumulated much, not much success, but boy, he is. They're riding his back so far tonight.
Extra point pending. Snap is back. Hold is not down. And taken off for the end zone. One man to beat. Gets it in there. The 2-point conversion is good. A high snap. Nothing Landon Childs could do but turn and run towards the end zone. And that makes it 8-0 here on the first drive of the game for the Indians. We'll take a break. Back with the kickoff after this. Listening to Cool 102.7 Sports.
At Oak Star Bank, you'll hear the word serve often. The Oak Star team's commitment to serve means they're fully invested in the communities they're located in. When you see them supporting events or volunteering around town, you know the passion that motivates them to be invested in the community is the same passion that drives them to be the best community bank. Oak Star Bank is a proud sponsor of the Camdenton Lakers and the Osage Indians. Go teams! Oak Star Bank is a member FDIC equal housing lender.
8-0 here. Osage in front. A mishandled extra point taken into the end zone for a 2-point conversion. And the Indians are on the board here with an 8-0 lead set to kick off. Eldon set to take possession for the second time tonight. Steve, Osage doing it on the ground that first drive of the night.
Well, I tell you, up to this point in the first 3 games, Jason Colonius has rushed for 62 yards total. He had a pretty good chunk of that just on that drive. He may have had half of that already just on that drive.
A good drive there for Colonius.
And then he's going to come out and kick the ball for him. He's just a complete athlete and definitely a footballer.
Now, what do you think happened there? Because Brady Clark kicked the first ball tonight. And now Colonius is in there.
Yeah, so someone has not done their special teams research, I can see.
Oh, my goodness.
I have no answer.
It's me.
I have no answer
Oh,
for
it's you. I mean, it's you. Colonius's kick is away. Kind of a knuckleball-looking kick. Fielded around the 3-yard line. Now trying to make a move and brought down before the 20. And that is our first candidate tonight for the Andy's Frozen Custard jackhammer hit of the game. Noah Stevens. And you know what? We've called his name a few times for the Andy's Frozen Custard jackhammer hit of the game. He has hit some people so far this season.
I have it on good authority that Kimry kind of thinks that's his award.
Yeah, is that what he thinks?
He really likes being called out for that. So we'll see if he can
keep that in mind.
See if his ears are burning. If he knows, hey, he's better step it up because it belongs to Noah Stevens right now.
Kimry out there on the field in the linebacker position. Hess, a man in motion pre-snap, now fakes the handoff, instead goes back the other way. Getting some yards into the second level right around the linebacker before being brought down is the runner. Beanland with the run. Charlie Dooley with the hit, taking him down. About a pickup of 5, sets up 2nd and 4 or 5 here. Short field now for the Mustangs on this second drive.
Yeah, we're going to hear a lot of Beanland tonight. Yeah, he's rushed so far this year for 482 yards, 8.5 average. That's incredible. 6 touchdowns. He's a big part of their offense for sure.
Hess back in the shotgun. Beanland next to him. 2 wide receivers out left. Now 1 in motion pre-snap. And he's going to get the handoff going right. Hit and brought down near the sideline, though. Landon Childs coming up and making the play. And, Steve, this Indian defense, they are playing big here in the first couple of possessions. They are hitting them. They are hitting them, Steve.
That was a great just open field tackle. He had some people backing him up. It wasn't like it was all on his shoulders, but it looked like Eldon might, they were heading for the flags. They're here for a first down, and he just took him right back, took all that momentum away from him.
First big test for the Indian defense here tonight. 3rd down and 4 for the Mustangs here on their second possession. Hess, 3 people out left for him. Takes a snap, fakes the handoff, looking left, now over the middle, has his man past the defender and into the secondary. A first down for Eldon. Jalen Beckman coming down with that reception. A quick throw there from Hess, found Beckman over the middle. He slipped past his defender and picks up the first down. So again, Osage struggling to get teams off the field on 3rd down.
Their first down of the night.
1st and 10, 2 wide receivers out left for Hess. Now Beanland set up next to him. Snap, and it's a reverse. Ball is on the turf, and Hess dives on it, and that's going to set up 2nd and long. They were setting up a reverse there. Beanland took the handoff, and he was looking to give it to a receiver coming back towards him. A mishandling of that. Hess jumps on it, and it makes it 2nd and 18 now.
Just the Mustangs seem just a bit out of sync tonight. Had a couple good plays, got that first down. That's the 2nd time we've seen the ball on the ground like that. Already had a couple penalties.
Eldon offense looking out of sync, but in sync, maybe doing a reunion tour. 2nd down coming up for the Mustangs.
You were a fan, weren't you?
Hess back in the shotgun. Looking left, setting up a quick play. And trying to get some yardage back there. Beckman with the reception. I was more of a Backstreet boy.
Yeah, they all seem the same to me.
Yeah, they would to you. 3rd down and 12. Big 3rd down here for the Indian defense, trying to get this Mustang offense off the field.
That was Timberlake's big start, right?
Yeah, NSYNC was, yeah. Now he's doing the Trolls movie. He's made it.
That's what he's been aiming for this whole time.
I just want to do a live-action Trolls movie, or whatever it is, animated. Hess back in the shotgun. Man in motion pre-snap. Now he's got receivers out to the right, and he's going to roll out there. Kimry brings him back inside. He's hit right as he throws it and bringing him down just shy of the first down marker. Osage does, and that sets up about 4th and 5. Noah Stevens with the big stop right there, one-on-one out near the sideline, Steve, and Stevens makes the play to bring up 4th down.
Now, here's what I like about Noah Stevens. You couldn't meet a nicer kid, right? I mean, just so pleasant and respectful, and to see just a kid like that just get kind of mean out in the football field and tough, I love watching it.
That's what they said about me in high school. Not the mean part on the field, but
yeah, you didn't play football.
And you know what? They didn't say the nice and respectful part either. They didn't say any of that about me.
It's almost just exactly the same thing.
Yeah, same play, same person.
Oh, got a timeout in the field. They were just trying to draw him offside, it looks like.
Yeah, Hess was back in the punting formation there, ready to kick it away or keep it. 4th down and 4 here, kind of middle of the field in no man's territory. It's a tough call in this area of the field to decide if you want to go for it or not, you know?
Yeah, but you know that the game that we play on that field of position aspect of the game, if you don't convert on that 4 yards, you're just giving that away to the Indians. I just think the smart move is to try to get a good kick out of this and turn the field around.
I think if they had, stopped or shown a semblance to stop Osage on that first possession defensively, I think you might go for it here. But the way Osage drove down the field on that first drive, I think you have to kick it away. You have to make it a long field for Osage, and you have to force them to try and go down the field here. Don't give them the ball already with a short field on your side.
Yeah, Osage had that great drive, and that's with Colonius, who you might argue is their second back, right? Mm-hmm. So if you're having a hard time stopping him, wait till Aiden Williams gets it going.
Volume-wise, he is their second back. Yeah, I would say that. Much like how volume-wise, you're the second announcer here.
There's no doubt.
Turn that down, by the way.
I've often tried to guess the percentage of words, mine versus yours.
Well, that's because I have a larger vernacular than you.
No doubt. And you demonstrated it by using the word.
Yeah, look at this. It's because I've been working out.
Nobody can see that, Greg.
Oh.
The camera is not on you.
My bad. Punt formation for the Mustangs. Oh, and it is a fake, and they are going to run the reverse. So they take the timeout. But Osage going to bring them down right at the line of scrimmage. And I got to tell you, Steve, on that fake, it kind of looked like they had it set up to maybe pick up the first down, and the Eldon rusher was just running into the back of his blockers, unable to make the play. Osage makes the tackle, gets the turnover on downs, and now has a very short field to work with starting at the Eldon 41-yard line.
Yeah, that's one of those plays that if you can pull it off, you look like a genius. But if you don't pull it off, you look kind of desperate. Like what? Come on, you got a lot of time left here. Why are you trying so? Why? Just that act of desperation that puts your defense in a tough spot.
That's a tough call to make, too, especially after a timeout, because it feels after a timeout like that it's a little more telegraphed. But Eldon unable to pick it up with the chicanery, and now that sets up 1st and 10 for the Indians. Pitch out to Williams, trying to get to the edge, gets a block out there from his receiver, DePay. Well, let me tell you something. That is a thankless job as a receiver. When those running plays are coming out to you and you are kind of used to trying to get by your defender and get down the field, and now you're forced to have to make a block. DePay doing a good job right there, able to get Williams 5 yards on that pitch, sets up 2nd and 5.
Yeah, we've seen that pitch really create the space for Williams that he needs. Gets him out on that edge, and he gets to run it downhill. Here we have Colonius coming again as a compliment.
And Colonius staying on his feet, gets through the big group of tacklers trying to bring him down. Now he breaks another one, gets inside the Crown Power and Equipment red zone, down to the goal line. Can't quite push it in, but it's going to set up 1st and goal for the Indians. Colonius having himself a first quarter here tonight.
He is playing hungry tonight. And I got to tell you, I looked down at my little iPad to start updating, the stats here, and all of a sudden I just assumed he went down. He was up running again. He broke through, and just hearing you call it, and then he did it a second time. What a footballer.
That is a Surdike Yamaha first down in the Crown Power and Equipment red zone. 1st and goal. Quick handoff to Williams. He's going to slip into the end zone, and it is a touchdown, Indians. 14-0 after Williams gets it in the end zone.
Yeah, now that going forward on 4th down just looks just pretty silly at this point. But I got to tell you, regardless of that call, Eldon's got to find a way to stop Colonius, or it's going to be a long night.
Well, first off, it's irregardless.
You had me second-guessing myself. I'm not sure what I said there.
Extra point pending, and it is good. 15-0 on 2 drives. The Indians put it in the end zone both times and find themselves up over the Mustangs. We'll take a break. Be back with the kickoff after this. You're listening to Cool 102.7 Sports.
No pressure, low prices.
Hi, this is Jason at Hewlett Chevrolet Buick GMC in Canterton. Hewlett has been serving the Lake area for over 54 years, and we're proud to offer the lowest prices combined with a friendly, no-pressure environment. We are proud to offer our price match guarantee. You can buy locally without all the hassles and pressures of a big dealer, but still be confident you're getting the lowest prices on your purchase. I invite you to come experience the Hewlett difference today. Hewlett Chevrolet Buick GMC in Canterton.
No pressure, low prices. That's the way we do it. Shop Hewlett.
ShopHewlett.com.
Back here in Eldon, Missouri, 2 possessions for the Indian offense, 2 touchdowns, Williams and Colonius respectively, putting it in the end zone for Osage tonight, 15-0 as the Mustangs get set to get the kickoff. And just like Steve said, Eldon going for it with that fake punt near midfield sets up Osage with a short field, and after what Osage did on the first possession of the night, I probably would have kicked it away, but hindsight always 20/20.
Yeah, we can look like geniuses up here making the call, but I tell you what, it puts Eldon in a position that they need to answer here. We're early in the game, not even through the first quarter, but Eldon's offense needs to come up with a sustained drive to stay in this game.
Camdenton up 14-0 on Parkview. El Dorado Springs 13-0 on Versailles. Lebanon over Bolivar 7-0. Pooch kick into no man's land. Eldon has to slide and come up with it. That is Rhett Bayshore. Out of who?
That was an interesting play there because it almost went out of bounds, and it seems like the kick could have gone out of bounds, which would have been
that illegal procedure by Judge Judy.
But then as the Osage Indians are running down the field, you don't want them to get a chance to get on the ball either.
Yeah, so. they saw an opening there in the blocking scheme that the Mustangs had set up. Third possession of the night, and this is the second time, Steve, that we've had a foreign object on the field.
I guess I missed the first time.
Yeah, you're always looking at your phone and your iPad.
Yeah, I'm a product of my generation.
Pass back in the shotgun. Hand off to Beanland. He's looking to go right. He is met by the Osage defense and brought down in the backfield. So once again, Eldon set up with second and long. This Osage defense doing work so far here tonight.
Yeah, Beanland's had a pretty good season up to this point, but you wouldn't guess that in the first few minutes of this game tonight.
Second down and 12 for the Mustangs. Tight formation, Hess back in the shotgun. There's a handoff. Up the middle goes Beanland, and he is undercut by Colonius. Almost flipped over and landing on his back. Nice job there by Colonius, hitting him low, bringing him down. Got back to the original line of scrimmage. That sets up 3rd and 10. So another third down defensive situation for this Indian team.
And we talked about the importance of this pregame here. Of course, when you're 3rd and 10, that's definitely it sets things up in your favor.
Hess back in the shotgun. 2 receivers out left. That's where he's looking. Has a man rolling through the wheel route. Now throws it deep for him. Nice defense there by DePay. Gave him the outside. That's where Hess tried to throw it and could not get it there. That'll be 4th down, punt formation coming up for Eldon.
Who was that in pursuit there? I thought I saw a 55 there, Noah Spalding. I'm not sure if that's the right number or not.
Yeah, that is. He's out there.
We put the heat on him there and forced him out of the pocket, and our coverage was pretty tight.
Well,
Got the 3rd down stop.
You know what they say, if you can't stand the heat, turn on the air conditioner. Punt formation out for the Mustangs.
Was that brought to you by some AC heat?
No, but that is available.
That would have been a good opportunity.
Takes an Osage bounce, trickles out of bounds right near the 50-yard line, and once again, good field position for the Indians here, as they'll start 1st and 10 on their half of the football field, the 46. Ergo, only 54 yards to go for a touchdown.
Everything going the Indians' way so far tonight. When you are rushing the ball well, when you are winning the game of field position, it just makes everything seem like you're going downhill.
Trusty back in the pistol, man in motion pre-snap. And there's the pitch out to the right. Williams looking to get to the edge, does so. And just past the line of scrimmage, he'll pick up 1. The gap was there, just Williams couldn't quite get to that seam in time, and it was closed up. Nice job there by the Eldon defense, bringing him down after a gain of 1.
Yeah, Eldon defense doing a really great job so far tonight of keying off Williams, and I believe that's why we're seeing the opportunities here for Colonius.
Yeah, I agree. Second down coming up. Trusty under center now. And there's a quick handoff off the right side to Colonius. He keeps the legs churning, winds up falling down before being brought down. After a gain of about 4, sets up 3rd down and 5. Osage getting in across the 50 into the Eldon part of the field now.
Eldon defense tightening up just a bit here.
I'd say this place on the field and how your defense has looked so far tonight, Steve, this is 2-down territory. Probably going to keep the ball on the ground here in both instances. 2 men in motion pre-snap. Moving to the right. Trusty using the hard count. Almost got Eldon to jump off sides. He'll take a timeout instead. Nice hard count there from Maverick. And you saw a couple of Mustangs flinch, but not enough to draw that penalty.
Yeah, because we got our headsets on, we can't hear that hard count, but we can certainly see the effect of it. I mean, it wasn't just one Mustang jumping on that. It was like half a dozen of them responding to his hard count. Stayed on their side of the line of scrimmage, boy, he had them moving.
How many Mustangs do you think it would take to bring you down, Steve?
Well,
like full-grown Mustangs. Probably one.
Well, yeah,
look at
I mean,
you.
That's not even fair.
Look at you.
I mean, I'm just going to get...
and in this instance, it doesn't matter what you're running towards.
No, it does.
Because for Falcons and Jays, like that mattered.
It didn't matter for Falcons either. I mean,
you don't think so?
A Falcon would just tear me up in shreds. Maybe a Jay I could beat.
I'll agree with that.
But,
there aren't a lot of mascots that wouldn't take you down. We'll see as the season goes on. One Mustang. I've got that written down here.
Who we got next week?
Don't worry about it. Well, it's either Pintos or Indians.
So more poor horses. Oh, God.
There are a lot of horses and Indians in this conference. 3rd down and 4, 1:39 left to go in the first. Pre-snap motion from the Indians. Handoff goes to Colonius off the right edge. He's got some room into the second level.
There we go.
His footing. He's got one man to beat down the sideline, slips back in, brought down near the goal line, inside the Crown Power and Equipment red zone once again, 3rd time tonight. 1st and goal coming up from the 6-yard line for the Indians.
Hey, I don't feel like there's much tricky here.
No.
And we've seen the same play several times, and this is at least the 2nd or 3rd time it's broken big. Eldon's going to have to do something to adjust to this, because why would Osage do anything different otherwise?
Listen, pregame, you said you wanted to see Trusty step up. I said I wanted to see Aiden Williams step up. We both look foolish. Colonius has been the man so far here in the first quarter. 1st and goal inside the 5 for the Indians. Williams the up back.
Oh, no.
Trusty mishandles the snap and then dives on it. That'll set up 2nd and pretty long for 2nd and goal, but from about the 18 or 19 for the Indians. We'll see what the plan of attack is here now.
Snap a little high, just kind of slips through Trusty's hand. He makes the smart play of hey, just getting down on the ball.
Yeah, didn't try and make something out of it.
That can make a bad situation into a nightmare situation if you try to, pick that up and salvage it. Just cover it up and let's live to play the next down.
2nd down and goal from the 17 for the Indians after the mishandle on the snap. Trusty hands off to Colonius going left. He splits some defenders and gets near the 10. That'll set up 3rd and goal. That will be the end of the first quarter as it winds down, and we will start 3rd and goal from about the 13 on the other side of this quarter, starting the 2nd. After one, the Indians, a 15-0 lead, 2 possessions, 2 touchdowns for this Indian offense as the Eldon offense struggles to get going. Be back with the 2nd quarter after this. You're listening to Cool 102.7 Sports.
Trust, integrity, stability, and longevity. Those are the anchors Matt Shrimp and Berkshire Hathaway Home Services Lake Ozark Realty represent. Alumni and proud supporter of Osage Indian football, Matt Shrimp and the Berkshire Hathaway team bring 20 years experience, specializing in luxury real estate and commercial property. The Forever brand, Matt Shrimp and Berkshire Hathaway. See more at luxurylakehome.com and yourlakeagent.com.
The one-stop shop for all of your sporting goods and recreation needs. Jack Sporting Goods, a proud sponsor of Camdenton Laker and Osage Indians football. Find your athletic and outdoor gear conveniently located in one place. Jack's has end of summer deals on lake toys, fishing, and athletic supplies. And don't forget, Jack's Sporting Goods has the best screen printing prices for your team or business. Jack's 70-year tradition and customer service will give you confidence when you take your next adventure. Look them up online and on Facebook.
Second quarter about to get underway here in Eldon, Missouri. School of the Osage Sports. Craig Allen alongside Steve Adams. Justin Wassel back in the studio for us tonight. 1 quarter of play in the books after 12 minutes on the field. Osage a 15-0 lead and a 3rd and goal from the 13 coming up here to start the second quarter for the Indians. The second quarter brought to you by American Sun Control. You can't control the sun, but maybe American Sun Control can.
Yeah, that high snap there is the first thing that really hasn't gone our way here tonight. We've got a 3rd and long. We'll see how we can recover from this.
Colonias takes the pitch going around the edge, and that's the first time all season we've seen that play, Steve. Colonias came into motion from the wide receiver position and came back behind Trusty, and Trusty turned and just pitched the ball behind him. I almost thought for a second Colonias might try and pass the ball. Instead, Colonias couldn't quite get anything, wound up losing 5 on that play. And that'll set up 4th and goal. Looks like Osage might try and kick it here.
Hey, based on the success of that play, it might be a while before we see it again.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
You don't think so?
Maybe it's to set up something else later.
Those coaches, they're always thinking,
Announcers, not so much.
Especially the color guy,
Snap is down, low kick, and it's going to be just left. It was high enough, but could not get it through the upright. So the field goal is no good. And Eldon will take over after the missed field goal from about the 20-yard line.
So Eldon got their first stop of the night. Of course, we did him a favor on the bad snap there. Got a pretty long field here.
Field's the same length, Steve. It's been all night.
Fair enough.
I don't know if it looks longer to you. Maybe you take your glasses off, but it is the same length it has been all night. 3rd possession for the Mustangs. Or, 4th, I guess. The next possession for the Mustangs. Hess back in the shotgun. Fakes the handoff. Now looking for a man. Oh, pressure in the backfield. He takes off running. DePay trying to get him over on the sideline. Hess looks like he's going to get enough to just get out of bounds right around the first down marker. Looks like it's going to be 2nd and very short unless they give it to him. And I think they are. Yeah, it was right around the first down marker. They give him enough grace to give him a first down, so that'll be 1st and 10 from the 30. Osage got him in the backfield off that play action. Hess quick enough to get away from the defender and scamper down the sideline for a first down.
Hey, Hess is athletic enough and experienced enough that he's going to make an impact on this game. We're going to have to just play smart and stay at home for him to keep him contained.
Beanland with the carry up the middle, and he is brought down. Noah Stevens making the play in the middle of the field. Gain of about 4 sets up 2nd and 6 for the Mustangs.
This is the kind of drive that Eldon is going to want to see, right? Just let's get some chunks here. Let's gain some momentum. Let's eat up some field, eat up some time. Get ourselves back in this game.
2 wide receivers out left. See if somebody goes in motion here. Nope, puts Beanland out to the left. Fakes to the right and now goes over the middle to his man. Ooh, and that could have been a real big gain, but he was tripped and fell down. That was Beckman. I'm not sure who made the trip or tripped him up and brought him down, but Beckman had a chance to take that one to the house. Brought down right at midfield, 1st and 10 from the 50 now for the Mustangs.
That was Noah Stevens again, tripping him up. That's who I saw. And that saved. I mean, they got the first down.
Moving quickly into the 3rd level there.
Noah Stevens proving there they don't all have to be jackhammer hits to make a difference for sure.
Another play action, throw over the middle, and they found something there. Brought down from behind. And another first down for the Mustangs as they are working through the air now. Devin Hardy coming down with that one and picking up the big gain.
Well, it's a game of adjustments here, and Eldon has shown that their coaching staff has figured out a couple things. Started back at the 20.
Getting just enough room to get that ball in there. 1st and 10 inside the 30 now, right at the 29. for the Mustangs. And Hess going to keep this one, try and work up the middle, splits through the line of scrimmage, brought down from behind by Noah Stevens. Hess picks up 2 there. Sets up 2nd and 7 for the Mustangs, coming up on 9 minutes to go here in the second quarter. First fruitful drive of the night so far for Eldon. Hess back in the shotgun. Wide receivers out to each side. Hands it off to Beanland. He works around the edge. Flag on the play and brought down after about a gain of 1 or 2. Let's see what the flag is. Holding on Eldon.
Man, what a drive killer. That'll put him back a good 10 yards right from the from the mark, right, from where they threw the flag.
Yeah, they're going to walk it back 10 yards now, and that sets up 2nd and about 16 or 17 for the Mustangs. And, you know, a penalty like that just puts yourself in a big-time hole, Steve.
They've got to be encouraged by the fact that they've had some success throwing the ball. Of course, we're going to be looking for that at 3rd and long. We'll see if we've made the necessary adjustments to make that a little more difficult.
2 wide receivers out left for Hess. Fakes the handoff, now finds his receiver and absolutely hit.
Who is that?
And brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
Looking for the number here.
I think that was DePay.
That was DePay. I think he's, in my opinion, taken the lead for the jackhammer hit of the game.
Jackhammer hit of the game is competitive. It's DePay and Stevens, the front runners now. Kimry beside himself. 3rd down and 15 for the Mustangs. 2 wide receivers out right. Hess, play action. Now Kimry in the backfield. Hess loses his footing. Kimry has him. Can't bring him down, but that allows 2 Indians to get there and bring down Hess in the backfield for the sack. Kimry did all the work, and then the cleanup by 2 Indian defenders.
Kimry, he heard us. He heard us talking about him and trying to give that award to somebody else. And obviously it wasn't just one of those big, powerful hits, but the pressure he brought, Hess couldn't do anything with the ball. And he has to start just running for his life. And then Kimry gets some teammates come and clean up the job for him.
Kimry so far here tonight with the Steve Adams plumber's flush from the pocket.
I've always wanted my name attached to something worthy.
4th and 24. Back to kick. A very high punt.
That could be dangerous.
DePay waving people off, and it takes a fortuitous Osage bounce. Give them just a little better field position there, and Osage will take over. 1st and 10 from their own 26-yard line, 27.
Well, the Osage defense really just stepping up, getting that stop there. Eldon was building some momentum. And we say, no, you're not scoring here tonight. You're not scoring here yet. And I got to give a lot of credit. Boy, we've been calling Noah Stevens' name a lot tonight on defense. He's really been a difference maker.
1st and 10 for the Indians. Trusty hands it off to Williams up the middle. He's hit at the line of scrimmage, brought down. Might be a loss of 1. Or no gain there. Let's see. Depends on the spot. Sets up 2nd and 10. And everything off the tackles has been working tonight for the Indians. Everything up the middle. Eldon has done a pretty decent job up the middle tonight getting those stops.
Yeah, it's early in the night. I kind of expected or looked forward to Williams having kind of a breakout night here tonight. And, as we even saw against Blair Oaks, he could break out any time. That one, 65-yard carry he had late last week.
4 wide receivers set here for Trusty. He rolls out to the right. Chip block from Williams. Trusty looking for his man. Has him on the sideline. Ball just off the fingertips and sailing out of bounds. Had a man over there. Just could not bring it in. I think that was DePay that he had. Yeah, hard to see across the field there.
Good looking play.
Yeah, tough throw there from Trusty.
Good blocking. It's nice to see, your lead running back, Williams, stepping up and making the key block to give Trusty some extra time to throw the ball.
Sets up 3rd down and 10 here for this Osage offense. Let's see what they do here. Trusty hands it off to Colonius on the right side, and he is tripped up in the backfield and brought down, and that will bring out the punting unit.
Game kind of slowing down a little bit. Pretty quick start in the first half, especially, or the first quarter, especially for the Indians here, having those 2 quick scores, and things just kind of settling down here a little bit. Got about just under 6 minutes left in this second quarter, heading for halftime. That puts Eldon in a position here. Obviously what they want to do is receive this punt and have a good, successful possession and score here. And all of a sudden the game's going to feel a lot different if they can be successful in that.
Kimry back to punt. Receives it.
Okay, we got a timeout maybe
Yeah,
on the field.
They were getting close there to the play clock, and I think they didn't want to take the chance, so they took the timeout. So Kimry will punt it once again here in a second. Kimry been a pretty decent punter so far this season.
Oh, he's been outstanding.
Oh man, the "We Got Spirit" chant.
You want to jump in? Maybe not.
I'm good.
It's,
I don't. You know what? I don't have to prove anything. I got spirit.
It's the never-ending cheer. It's kind of fun, and then I think the winner is always the person that's smart enough to say, "Okay, I've had enough. I'm done.
Yeah.
You guys,
what do you
can
think?
have this."
What do you think about the Mustang mascot? Can we get a close-up of the mascot? The mascot, right down there.
Oh, wow.
What do you think of that?
I think you asked me earlier how many Mustangs it would take to stop me.
How many of those kinds?
How many? I think I could take a few.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know who's under the hood, but I feel like
that's a man-sized Mustang.
You think? I don't know.
I think that Mustang takes you down.
I don't think so. You can't even hardly see what he's doing. He's got this stinking horse head on.
They got sight on both sides of their head. You don't get it. Kimry back to punt. Osage back out on the field. High snap. Kimry brings it down.
Ooh.
It's a good kick into this one. And just past the 50, Eldon will take over with their best field position of the night.
Spotting that ball just right on top of the 50, aren't we? Maybe the...
Nope, 51.
It would make it so much easier, right, if we did that. I don't know.
Yeah, right. Then you wouldn't get confused about the field being longer than it normally is.
Right.
So, Camdenton up 28-0 on Parkview. Kickapoo 7-0 over Waynesville. Lebanon 14-0 over Bolivar. Fake the handoff. Now Beanland gets it into the second level, and he's brought down by the linebacking core. Sets up 2nd and 5 now for Eldon as they get into the Osage part of the field.
The stage is really set, for Eldon to just have if they can convert on this drive and score, all of a sudden this entire first half feels different for them. Now, as I recall, they
received the kick.
They received, so we'll get this coming out at the half.
Handoff goes to the motion man. He bounces off a tackle at the line of scrimmage before being brought down. That was Zach Smithson, El Dorado Springs, 19-6 over Versailles.
Great pursuit by the Indians there, just right down the line. They were trying to break the edge there, just couldn't get around. That's just great team defense, great speed.
Well, when you can get the running back to run horizontal instead of vertical like that, that makes a big difference. Third down and 5. Big play here for the Indian defense. Man in motion. Handoff goes to Beanland to the right side. He's got some room over there. Past the first down marker. Splits a tackle before being brought down, and that is a first down for the Mustangs. And like we talked about in the pregame, third down defense for the Indians. And when Eldon has had third down and manageable, they have converted so far tonight, Steve.
Well, and that's the most impressive play we've seen tonight from Beanland. He really looked athletic on that play. He was hard to bring down. Got a little space, got around the left edge there, where we held the edge pretty good on the right side the play before. We couldn't hold it that time.
3:35 left to go here in the second quarter. Brought by American Sun Control. First down and 10 for the Mustangs right at the 30-yard line. Hess in the shotgun, 2 wide receivers out left. Beanland split out to his left as well. Fakes the handoff, now looking for a wheel route. Has his man over the middle, and he is brought down just shy of the end zone. And the Osage secondary biting on that play action. They faked a screen over there on the left, and then finding his man down the field. DePay makes the tackle, saves the touchdown, but sets up 1st and goal from the 5.
Yeah, they had us fooled on that one. Kind of used to getting pounded on that run. Took a bite on it, and it was a great delivery from Hess.
Handoff and brought down before the line of scrimmage. They call it Braden Rye with the run. About a lost one on that play. Sets up 2nd and goal from the 6.
You know, at the high school level, we're probably not going to settle for a field goal here. We're talking, 4 down the whole way. We want a touchdown. We want to get back in this game. Puts a lot of pressure on our defense, but it also gives us the opportunity to just keep them off the scoreboard.
Pass
there you go.
Over the middle. That play action once again, and that play action has been what the Mustangs have used to drive down the field, and there they put it in the end zone. Hess to, I believe that was Smithson. Smithson or Beckman? What was the number on that train?
I missed it.
Extra point pending, 15-6. Kick is up and no good. They're going to say just under the upright. So 15-6 after the no good extra point. We'll take a break. Be back with Osage receiving the kickoff. You're listening to Cool 102.7 Sports.
The focal point for almost any home is the kitchen. That's where you gather with family and friends. The staff at Cabinetry Pros can make your kitchen, bathroom, or laundry room beautiful and more functional, along with increasing your home's value. They offer products within everyone's budget and can help with remodels or new construction. For more cabinet ideas, visit CabinetryProsLLC.com or visit their showrooms in Sedalia and Lake Ozark.
2:25 left to go here in the second quarter. Eldon, Missouri. The Mustangs getting on the board, driving down the field. Touchdown pass from Hess makes it 15-6. Extra point no good. Osage set to receive with 2:25 left to go and a chance to put some points on the board once again for them.
Well, it took the Mustangs a while to answer here, almost all the way through the half, but they found a way to get it across the goal line there. They've answered. They say, hey, we've come here to compete. We've come here to play. You know, we got Osage with 1 timeout left. I'll be interested to see what the coach's strategy, how aggressive they'll be, knowing they're going to get the ball here coming out after for the second half.
Well, we've seen Osage get yards at a premium here tonight. I'd expect a little bit of aggression. Kickoff is away. Upman will receive it. A pretty decent starting position. That was Colonius with it, and he was looking for contact, Steve. Ran right into that Eldon defender. Sets up 1st and 10 for the Indians from the 35.
Hey, if you're going to have an up man catch the ball, Colonius is not a bad option there.
Yeah, he's been pretty good tonight.
Yeah, he's been outstanding.
But he's going to come off the field on this play. So you can blame Steve Adams for that jinx.
It's the power I have.
Yeah.
It's my superpower.
Drake Williams now, the other running back in. Back there with Aiden Williams. Trusty takes a snap, hands it off to Drake Williams. And he looked like he saw a hole over there on the right side, but it quickly got plugged up. A gain of 1 for Drake.
It almost looked like he got clothesline on that.
Good crowd here tonight.
Yeah, it's just a great night for football. The temperature's just perfect. Made parking fun tonight, that's for sure.
I don't want to hear it, man. I parked in Iberia last week.
That's okay. I got a spot down by the Osage River in Tuscumbia.
Oh, my.
And walked here.
I'll give it. Well, you're used to walking to work. So. Trusty, 4 wide receiver set. Steps back, looking for his man.
Oh, boy.
Going for Childs down the sideline.
Oh, no. Ball on the ground. Boy, in and out of his hands.
Childs had it and lost it. And I believe that was the Lake TV cameraman that got taken out down there. Jackson Gamm thankful that he is up here in the booth with us after seeing that cameraman take one down there.
That was a fun play to watch unfold because, you know, when Trusty's throwing that ball, he's just kind of counting on the receiver getting to the right spot, and it was just about perfect. Yeah. And I'm not sure if he would have been able to keep it in bounds or not. It was hard to tell from this angle where we're at.
It looked like he might have been out of bounds at the point of catching it, but it was hard to tell, even over here on the near sideline. 3 wide receivers out right. Now here comes the blitz. Trusty looking for a man, has to pay downfield.
Little contact. There was contact, but we're not going to have just not enough.
Yeah, DePay was trying to turn and get back towards the football. Got tripped up.
There is. Well, I heard him say there's a flag, but it looks like it's against the Indians.
Yeah, holding against the Indians, so that'll either be a longer third down, depending on what Eldon wants to do with it here.
Yeah, with the passing there, we didn't eat a lot of time on the clock.
Yeah.
Off the clock, I should
Penalty
say.
is declined, so that'll bring out the punting unit.
Just a little bit of contact and pushing out there on DePay, but just not enough to get the flag drawn. It definitely, I feel like, altered his route a bit. I'm going to say DePay wanted the flag thrown, but no such luck.
Kimry back to punt for the Indians. This sets up the Mustangs. 131. Got a chance to put some more points on the board. Kimry, an absolutely beautiful kick over the returner's head and takes a great Osage bounce down to the 16-yard line. Another punt inside the 20 for Kimry.
And you couldn't have asked for a better time to have that happen, right? With 1 minute and 21 seconds left here in this quarter. We definitely wanted them to have a whole field. We don't want to give up another score here. They do have two timeouts left on the board, so they've got options as they in their time management.
Yeah, but Kimry making it a very long field for the Mustangs here.
Actually, Craig, the field is the same size. I don't know if you were aware of that.
No, it's longer now. See, Jackson Gamm using the wide-angle lens on the broadcast, so the field looks longer. Don't try and actually me. First and 10 for the Mustangs on a proportionate size field. Hess running for his life, looking for something downfield. Broken play, has a man on the sideline for a quick reception. Jalen Beckman hauls it in. And that's close to a first down for the Mustangs. So Osage had pressure in the backfield. Isaiah Lettrell was chasing down. It is enough for a first down. Mustangs. 3 wide receivers out left for Hess. Now Beanland over there with him. Hess will roll out that way. Now he's rolling back the other way, and there is the pressure. Kimry winds up with the sack and brings him down in the backfield. Big play there from Kimry.
Take him all the way back, 18, you said? Kimry making his impact on the game with his feet, kicking the ball, and with his feet chasing down the quarterback, bringing him down. Eldon not stopping the clock at this point, just letting it run.
I expect, well, I was going to say a run here, but maybe Hess will try and do something with it. Second down and 19, and it is a run to the left side. Trying to move upfield and get back towards the original line of scrimmage. That sets up third down and long. And I think both teams are just content to take this into halftime. Third down and 19. Or third down and 12, excuse me. No, a snap there from Eldon. Okay. Tip pass right at the line of scrimmage, and that's going to bring up fourth down with 7 seconds left.
You know, and Osage got their hands on the ball there, and when that happens, it can just create all kinds of opportunities for the defense. The ball went to the ground, but boy, it just makes you, if you're a Mustang fan, kind of catch your breath a little bit there. That's why you hesitate to take any chances in this kind of situation.
Those tip passes, mass hysteria, cats and dogs living together. It's incredible. That's a Ghostbusters 2 line.
Oh, thank you.
At me like that.
Sorry, I need to spend some
Educate yourself.
When you said do some film work and watch the video.
What do you think I meant?
I didn't know what you meant. Ghostbusters.
You thought I meant game film. No,
Yes.
I meant the classics.
Yeah,
flag
we got a
down.
flag, ref and the passer.
Or running to the punter.
I'm sorry, I said passer. Forgive me.
He just passed it with his foot.
Now the time is expired,
Mm-hmm.
so they'll get one more play. Is that what's going to happen here?
Something like that. Yeah. They'll get one play with no time. So time ceases to exist in this moment, Steve.
We're in a vortex.
We are in a black hole of football where time does not exist. You're getting a science lesson too tonight.
Well, what are we doing here? We're going to decline it.
Yeah, they're going to decline it.
We're just going to call it.
And
Call it a
the
half.
black hole has ended, and so has the half.
I feel lighter already.
Osage will take a 15-6 lead into halftime. We'll take a break. Be back with the Hy-Vee halftime show after this. You're listening to Cool 102.7 Sports.
At First Bank of the Lake, we offer some of the best CD rates. Kick back and watch your money grow. Earn 4.30 APY on our 15-month CD and 4.35 APY on our 26-month CD with a $5,000 minimum deposit. CDs combine security with great investment returns and make saving a cinch. Save more so you can do more. Visit First Bank of the Lake in Osage Beach today. Member FDIC. Other terms and conditions apply. Annual percentage yield. See bank for details.
Whether it's a car accident, storm damage, or a fire, when the unthinkable happens, it doesn't matter if you've saved money in 15 minutes. In this moment, it doesn't matter if your neighbor has the same insurance you do. In this moment, what matters is that your independent agent and the company that stands behind them have you covered. Mills & Sons Insurance and Auto Owners Insurance. The no problem people. At 2701 Bagnell Dam Boulevard. Call us at 365-2002 or visit our website at millsinsurance.com. We're on your side because life happens.
Your local Lowe's tackles the competition this fall and backs its high school football teams this season. Lowe's wants its customers to do it right for less. Shop at Lowe's for all your tailgating needs and be prepared for autumn leaves. There's something for everyone at Lowe's. Easily located in Osage Beach on Highway 42. Score your own touchdown this season. Come in or shop online at Lowe's.com.
It's indoors, it burns more energy than running, and most importantly, it's high-flying fun. Jets Trampoline Park has you covered from young to young at heart with a freestyle tarmac, skydiving foam pits, dodgeball, and more. Did you forget your kid's birthday party is next week? Don't get judged. Get a Jets Party Package. Pre-purchase your tickets now or get complete details at jetstrampolinepark.com or stop in and visit at 1075 Passover Road in Osage Beach.
Life comes at you fast, sometimes too fast. Shoulda remembered the golden rule. No, not that one. Golden Rule Insurance. Call them for personal lines of insurance for home, auto, life, boat, and RV. And the best part is, when you bundle, you can save actual money. Golden Rule staff are educated and trained to ensure their customers have the very best service. Find personal lines of insurance that work for you. You can find them on Osage Beach Parkway in Osage Beach. Golden Rule Insurance Agency. Coverage you need, people you trust.
Every day, your Jefferson City and Osage Beach Hy-Vee pharmacies are committed to your health and wellness. If you're enrolled in Medicare Part B, Medicare Advantage plans, and most commercial plans, they'll cover up to 8 over-the-counter COVID-19 tests per month at no cost through Hy-Vee. Most plans cover these costs and no prescription is required. Stop in at your Osage Beach or Jefferson City Hy-Vee pharmacy and see the helpful pharmacy staff today.
Back here in Eldon, Missouri for the Hy-Vee halftime report as the Osage Indians visit the Eldon Mustangs. And at halftime, Osage a 15-6 lead. Osage got it done on those first 2 drives of the game against the Mustangs, but the offense has kind of sputtered out since then, and Eldon putting it together through the air on their last few possessions.
Yeah, Eldon has definitely made some adjustments on defense to slow us down. Of course, we had that drive. We had some momentum. We had the bad snap. Just really killed it. At that point, that would have been just really taking over the game. So you got to commend the Mustangs for really climbing back in this one, kind of slowly, just patiently playing their game, getting back in the game. That score there late in the second quarter was big. You know, and you're right. It's the run versus the pass tonight. So we have 131 rushing yards on 19 attempts. They only have like 24 rushing yards, but they've thrown the ball for about 100 yards, right? 10 for 13 through the air. So we're going to have to make some adjustments at halftime, play a tighter defense in our secondary, see if we can, you know, it was all Osage. It felt like maybe for 2/3 of the half it was all Osage, but in the score, Eldon's in this one.
Yeah, and we talked about in the pregame, you spoke about wanting maybe Maverick Trusty to step up here tonight. I talked about Aiden Williams, but it's been Jason Colonius, who hasn't been a major part of the running attack this season. It's been mostly Aiden Williams, but Colonius has probably exceeded his total yardage for the season just in one game tonight, getting it done off the edges for the Indian offense.
Yeah, of those 131 yards, I mean, that's mostly Colonius, right? And again, he had 62 yards coming into the game. And, you know, I just was curious what we would learn about Maverick Trusty. Now, here's what we've learned. He can throw the ball well. I mean, we've only actually had 3 attempts, and they've been good thrown balls, I thought. Like, he's looked good. What we haven't seen from Osage is use Trusty maybe on the shorter passes, you know, just to get maybe smaller chunks. We're kind of swinging for the fences, trying to get the big play through the passing game, but not being very patient, I feel like, through the air. We're trying to just use our run game for that facet.
Defensively for the Indians, we talked about on those first 3 possessions how they were really getting after the ball, Steve. There were many nominees for the Andy's jackhammer hit of the game because the Indians were flying all over the field defensively. Eldon doing a good job, credit where it's due, taking that aggression from the Indian defense and using it against them. Multiple play actions set up to where the defenders come up and then Hess just dumps it in over the top of that secondary, using Osage's aggression against them. You mentioned it earlier, but kind of elaborate on how they maybe need to switch up that aggression a little bit.
Yeah, well, sometimes that's just about being a little patient, staying at home when you need to stay at home. Everybody wants to make the big play. It is an aggressive sport, but sometimes you got to play smart, right? And so those are the adjustments that we're going to make at halftime here to make sure we stay in the same position we need to stay to have just a stronger, tighter coverage. Hey, we talked a lot about third down and how important that is.
Never mentioned that.
Well, I mean, pre-game, we talked about third down.
Don't remember.
No, you don't remember that. Okay. Well, here's the deal. It's interesting. We are 1 for 4 on third down conversion. So still a little bit of a challenge. Because of Colonius's long runs, we've kind of avoided some of those third down opportunities, third down situations, I should say. So we still need to increase those numbers. But on the defensive side, Eldon is converting. They're at 2 for 7, so we're doing a pretty good job of stopping them on third down.
Yeah, and we put, Eldon's made some mistakes, and Osage just kind of put Eldon in some tough situations, some sacks already here in the first half, as well as tackles for loss. And Eldon shot themselves in the foot on a couple drives, or this could be a completely different game. I'll be interested to see how this second half plays out. You can watch the second half on mosportzone.com, as well as check out other local Lake area broadcasts between Camdenton, Bolivar, Waynesville. There's a bunch of different broadcasts going on out there at any given Friday night. We thank you for watching here with us. You can follow along on 102.7 throughout the season. That broadcast is synced up with the broadcast on Mo Sports Zone. You can find that on YouTube or mosportzone.com. We'll take a break. Be back with the rest of the High V halftime after this. You're listening to Cool 102.7 Sports.
A full-service graphics company, Wright Printing and Promotional Advertising does it all, from screen printing, offset printing, and promotional advertising to custom-built trophies and awards. It's where they do it the right way. Check out their Facebook page for their monthly special, and don't forget they offer online stores for all your group and activities needs. Wright Printing and Promotional Advertising, across from the Family Center on Highway 52 East in Versailles. Call 573-378-5775.
Distinction and high-end style can be had at Reagan Cabinets. Your kitchen is the heart of your home. A place for family time and socializing with friends. Bridgewood Cabinetry is available from Reagan Cabinets, featuring premium all-wood construction, old work dovetail joinery, and modern soft close features with a lifetime warranty. Bridgewood Cabinets are built right here in the Midwest, bringing you beautiful cabinets while adding value and style to your home. Stop by Reagan Cabinets in Osage Beach or visit them online at reagancabinets.com.
High-Tech Auto Body and Towing and Professional Collision Repair, servicing the Lake area and Central Missouri for 28 years.
years with 24-hour, 7-day-a-week repair. Accidents are scary and the repairs shouldn't be. High-Tech has the best complete collision repair. So should the need arise for towing or expert collision repair, remember one stop at High-Tech Collision and Tow. Your neighborhood tow team in the big yellow trucks. Located on Highway 42 across from the high school. Call 348-9070 when you need us. The Butcher Shop in Camdenton, honored supporter of the Osage Indians and Camdenton Lakers. Come in Monday through Saturday for the finest cuts, entrees, sides, sandwiches, and dinner needs. Always serving fresh hot ribs for Friday night lights. The Butcher Shop Catering, custom catering with our recipes or your grandma's. We cook to order. Customer service is #1 for any event, any size. The Butcher Shop behind Central Bank in Camdenton, a proud supporter of high school sports.
As the bumps and bruises of football season and life build up on our bodies, wouldn't it be nice to soak away those issues in a brand new Bullfrog Spa from Pacific Pools? Enjoy stepping away from the rigors of life, the aches and pains of past and current injuries, arthritis, or stress of the workday. Get yourself into Pacific Pools and order your new Bullfrog Spa today. That now only takes under 21 days to construct and ship. Listen to the Lakers, take the field, all while soaking in your new Bullfrog Spa. Fall returns with the Friday night lights that always make us feel the best kind of nostalgia. Duncan Jewelry is committed to our multi-generational tradition of lending our support to ensure future generations celebrate victories beneath the lights that put the sparkle in the shine. From handmade in-store one-of-a-kind pieces to the industry's top brands, Duncan Jewelry has it all. Stop by Duncan Jewelry and see that pursuing our dream of providing meaningful jewelry to note the great milestones in life is the only play in our book.
Back here for halftime in Eldon, Missouri, as the Indians take on the Mustangs. Halftime score of 15-6. And we are presented with another 20-minute halftime.
Love it.
The High V halftime.
Yes.
Lots of stuff going on around School of the Osage. It's not just football going on right now, Steve. What else is going on in the world of Osage activities?
Hey, as I'm just kind of scrolling back here through to Monday, volleyball that played Fulton earlier in the week. Unfortunately, lost there, but our softball team got a win the same night against Stowlin. Tuesday, volleyball gets the win against Boonville.
Mm-hmm.
Tennis had a good night against Fulton.
Yeah.
Softball gets another win against Lakeway. And again, we've talked about softball, how last year they were a program that did not win a single game, just a program in transition. They've won 4. Now they lost actually apparently a real tough game against Eldon. Hey, and don't we have a softballer here in? Yeah, Brooke is right here. That would be a great interview. She could tell us about the turnaround of the Osage softball program. She's a big part of that.
We'll put a pin in it. We won't put you on the spot.
Not on the spot. Because you'd have to give up your headset.
That's not happening. Things.
But anyway, lots to be happy about the Osage softball.
Yeah, I mean,
team.
To go winless last year and then come out and
you got to. They do have a tournament this weekend. Is that right? Yeah. So
where are you guys going? Cuba. Wow, international tournament. That's crazy.
You, they're getting really good.
That's a big deal. You go down to Cuba. You have your passport? No? Well, you're going to have a hard time going to Cuba.
Just swim.
I think Cuba, that's home. That's real close to the world's biggest rocking chair down there, I think.
Oh, you think there's a rocking chair everywhere?
Yeah. Tell me there isn't. Tell me there's not a rocking chair in Cuba.
I won't.
That's right. Actually, I think it's closer to Salem.
Osage Soccer against Capital City. They take the loss, unfortunately. They had a loss against Camden. Volleyball, they beat Eugene. This is last night. And I just mentioned the softball with the tough. I would love, not on air, but I would love to hear Brooke's account of what happened last night because I hear it was just a nail-biter of a game. It was just it may be a little fresh, though. I don't know if she wants to talk about that. But
who was it against?
Eldon.
Oh, yeah, that was that tough loss you were talking about.
Yeah, and Coach Blythe was in. I worked with Coach Blythe, and it was still hard for her to talk about.
Here's the thing, though. I get it. You're going to lose tough ones like that. You got an international tournament coming up. You're thinking about going to the beach and everything, and you're just looking ahead. You're looking at going to Cuba this weekend, and you're probably just looking ahead. I don't blame them.
Absolutely.
Thank you. There it is.
A very astute observation, Craig. Nothing gets by you.
I can't believe they got the world's biggest rocking chair down in Cuba.
Except the existence of a town in Missouri called Cuba.
Isn't that off 44 down there, Cuba? That's a ways away, I think.
I'm trying to think of the last time I've ever been to Cuba. I don't have it. It was definitely not a meaningful experience.
Yeah, it's off of 44 because I saw it last weekend. And as you pass it on 44, they have like a small airplane on a thing, and it just says Cuba on the airplane.
Oh, nice. Well, I was told by...
And inside that airplane, a rocking chair.
I was told by none other than Mr. Brian Dickerson that the Osage softball team should count on winning a couple games this weekend.
You think so?
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you now, there's a halftime interview with Brian Dickerson.
Oh, yeah.
He'd never do it.
You don't think so?
He'd never do it. He doesn't like you.
That may be true. May be true. He does have to put up with a lot from me, for sure. He's a good man. He's a good leader of our building,
yeah.
for sure.
Like Brian Dickerson a lot. Very close with him.
Yeah, I always forget that you coached with him.
Yeah, I did. My mentor.
He would be a great guy to learn from.
Yeah.
In a lot of ways, but definitely in that way as well. Homecoming coming up here in a little bit.
Is that next week or the week after?
Oh, the 29th. That'd be 2 weeks, right? What is today?
The
Today's
16th.
the 15th.
The 15th?
Today's 15th, right?
Yeah, today's the 15th. And that's been your calendar update on what day it is with Steve Adams.
Hey, and then, so don't forget, you got the homecoming parade.
Okay.
But you know that's different than it used to be, right?
No. Lay it on me.
So the homecoming parade used to be on Friday, right? For years. I don't know how long. It was
right
always
after school.
Friday at the Strip, right after school. Everybody rushed down there with all their float. They'd spend all week getting their floats down there behind what is now Heritage.
Yeah, the bus barn.
Right, the bus barn. Thank you. But now the parade is on Monday.
What?
Yes.
Sacrilegious.
Well, it's part of our transition to the 4-day week.
Okay.
And so we have the parade there at
on
noon.
a day we don't even have school, we have the parade?
Yes.
Okay.
At noon, I believe.
Oh, it's during the day.
But it's still at the same spot.
Okay, it's
still,
on the Strip.
Still on the Strip. Noon, September 29th. Be there. It's a fun little parade.
I got to work.
Oh, come on. You work from home.
That's true. I could just work from the Strip.
Yes.
And get some candy down there. We'll see.
I expect to see you there.
Okay, that's in 2 weeks.
Have you ever covered a parade?
I've never covered it. We will cover the parade. I'll make some calls.
Okay.
Look, just got a text. We will not cover the parade.
I am amazed at the efficiency of
everybody's listening.
Our station.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Everybody's listening. So, yeah, the next two games after this one finishes up here tonight will both be at School of the Osage as the Indians will take on the California Pintos and then the Hallsville Indians before winding down the season with trips to Southern Boone, Booneville, and Lutheran South before setting up for district play. And it's going to be a tough district. Class 4, Jefferson City classified as Class 4. We saw them in the opener. And they are in our district with a couple other tough teams in Warrensburg and I believe Parkview or someone like that who was up in Independence, as well as Fulton and someone else. I just saw it earlier this week, and I was like, boy, that's a pretty brutal district sign up there for the Indians.
That's a long ways away, though, doesn't it feel like? I mean, it'll get here quick.
It'll be here quick. It'll be here before you know it.
This is, as they say.
Be here before you know it.
As they say.
Hey, did you see earlier this week that like the Mexican Congress had all those aliens?
That was not on any newscast that I saw.
See, that's what I'm
week.
saying. I feel like a few years ago that would have been a much bigger deal. No, Mexico.
Mexico. I have no idea what you're talking about.
Like they had like alien mummies.
What news sites have you been going to?
It doesn't matter. Okay. I just click every link. It's on the internet. It's true.
No doubt.
I did not see it. I did not see that on mosportzone.com though.
Hey, I thought about you as it's Bike Week, right? Bike Fest, all that going on.
Yeah,
and
that understands why you would be thinking about.
Well,
me.
I know. I just wondered. Has Craig? Has he ever had any thoughts of wanting a motorcycle or riding a bike?
Boy, I feel like you're setting me up because you know this, right?
No, I don't.
I don't know how to ride a bike.
We got to fix that. Can I cover that?
What a broadcast that would be. Listen, I grew up on a gravel road.
Yes.
With a basketball in my hand.
Yes.
My parents never bought me a bike. Like there was nothing going on there.
Is there any part what percentage of you right now would be like, okay, that's a bucket list thing. I want to, before I die, know how to ride a bike?
Zero.
No,
I have no desire to learn how to ride a bike. I still live on a gravel road.
No, but
I don't know.
Go to Jeff, ride the Katy Trail. It'd be a fun thing to do, with your family or.
Oh, my family's not riding bikes. That's what we didn't do that.
Okay.
But here's the thing. Okay. You know what's going to happen? Zombie apocalypse. I'm trying to get away. Only way to get away is a bicycle. And I'm like, well, my last words are, well, isn't this ironic?
Well, so I wonder, because I've never had a motorcycle.
Okay.
So I wonder how the transition between riding a bicycle and riding a motorcycle.
There's no difference for me.
Well, that's true. But I've never had a motorcycle, but I've been on a motorcycle one time.
Oh, okay.
And this was like in my teen years, maybe even early college. Never been on a motorcycle, but I had a neighbor friend down the street had a motorcycle. He said, "You want to ride the motorcycle?"
Yeah.
I'll try to ride the motorcycle. I about killed myself.
Oh, you were by yourself?
No. Oh, yeah, like just me on the bike, first time ever. And so I'm riding the bike down the road, and then I stop at the stop sign. And then I get ready to go, and I kill it. So now all my attention is just focused on, like, restarting this motorcycle. So I do that.
Yeah.
And then because that's where my attention goes, I didn't look for traffic.
Oh, boy.
So I just went, right?
You're
and
like, it's going.
I didn't even know, but apparently I pulled right out in front of a car.
Oh.
Like, I didn't know till I got back, and the guys were like, "You pulled right out in front of a car when you did that." And so then, as I'm coming back around that same corner, I had never really turned in motion on a motorcycle, you know, and the leaning, the handlebar. I about took out a mailbox. So
that was it.
That's the only time I've ever attempted to ride a motorcycle.
Let me ask you this.
In honor of in honor of Bike Fest, that's my.
Let me ask you this.
Story.
Zombie apocalypse is going on. The only way to get away from the zombies is a motorcycle with a key in the ignition. Do you think you could get away from them?
Oh, I've seen enough of Walking Dead, and Daryl Dixon, he's a hero of mine. I think I just go straight.
That's it?
I just go straight.
Well, you've proven that. Once you start it, you're not looking.
No.
You're just going.
Just going.
You're just going. Traffic, who cares about that?
Think,
Zombies, who cares? You're just going.
I think the capacity of mastering things under, what do they say? Something about necessity, is the mother of invention. Maybe that would work true with picking up skills. Like
I thought you were talking about the bare necessities.
No, that's the Jungle Book.
That's right.
Yes.
That's what I was thinking of. The Jungle Book.
I can see how you got that.
And why would I not be thinking about that right now?
Have you seen it?
Which one?
Ooh, live action or animated?
I haven't seen either.
Okay.
That's a hard.
I feel like there's so many experiences I need to initiate in your life.
I tell you what, let's just watch the Jungle Book on a bicycle.
That's really
We'll get a 2-seated bicycle. We'll go down the Katy Trail and we'll watch the Jungle Book.
It will be life changing.
I'll watch the animated. You watch live action, and we'll exchange notes on what's going on.
See, this is what 20-minute halftimes are for, right here.
Yeah, Hy-Vee. Probably not happy about it. Hy-Vee's probably thrilled with us.
Well, what I feel like I'm a little let down, Craig, because I feel like as I'm reflecting on last week's halftime show, and we talked about your skill in the kitchen, and you talked about. I thought you were bringing a dinner or something here, spaghetti. I thought I was going to have some spaghetti, some Hy-Vee spaghetti here at halftime.
Here's what happened. I made a roast this week for you. I made roast, potatoes, and vegetables, and then I made a big.
No one believes that.
And then I made a big batch of chocolate chip cookies at the end too, and I was like, I made it all, Steve. I made all of it. The roast, it was good. Gravy, homemade gravy,
You're killing me right now, by the way.
And to be fair, my mom made it all, and I ate it. But I did think, who would really enjoy this? Steve Adams.
You know what?
I did think that.
You know what you didn't do?
I know a lot of things I didn't do.
You didn't call me.
I didn't. My phone, I had no service.
Or text me.
No, I had no service.
Or
my parents live so far out in the middle of nowhere.
I know exactly where your parents live.
I was busy, just.
That's I got to tell you, that would be my last meal. That meal right there, roast beef, mashed potatoes.
Okay.
That kind of comfort food. That'd be it.
15-6 here, Indians over the Mustangs as we get set to start the third quarter. And the Indians will be on the receiving end of the kick. I just got a text that said, I just want to know the score.
Is that a true story?
Mm-hmm.
I'll have to ask you off air.
I just said it.
Who that came from?
I just said the score, 15-6.
15-6.
Now back to the roast.
Well, what's your prediction here for this second half?
I don't
What do you
know.
see
Like
happening?
like you said, we always talk about, and we do this in basketball too whenever we call these games, Steve. We always talk about the adjustment that the Indians need to make, right? We always talk about what Osage needs to come out and what Osage needs to do. But the fact of the matter is, Eldon's making adjustments too. So it's kind of like while the score is 15-6, it's kind of a whole new deal out here now. Like it's. I expect both teams to make those adjustments. Osage is going to try to adjust to the play action that wound up cutting them up as the first half went on, and I would say Eldon's going to make some adjustments to try and shut down that running game that has come off the edges and hurt them at multiple points tonight. So it'll just all be about who can make the better adjustments and who adjusts to the adjustments. And I've said the word adjustment so much that it's pretty much lost meaning to me now.
You need to make some adjustments. Apparently.
I do. I have many adjustments.
I anticipate that we'll be calling some different names. I'll be surprised if Colonius is going to be able to rip off those chunks of yards that he was able to do in the first half. I think Eldon's going to have to make some adjustments there. I'll steal your word. And we'll see who has to step up, as that maybe is going to be a little more difficult for the Indians. But again, if I'm the Indians, I'm going to make them, hey, you got to prove to me that you can stop this before I'm going to go to something else.
Yeah, and I think, if Eldon can kind of stop the self-harm that they did at points with the penalties and the loss of yardage on some of these plays, if they can kind of keep things going in the positive, I think this could be a different game here in the second half. Thankfully, our Indians will start with a 9-point lead, 15-6, about to get this second half underway.
Yeah, how might this game be different if not for going for that fourth down conversion?
I was just getting ready to say the fake punt really kind of changed the course of how that first half went too. A lot of butterfly effect there in the first half. Kick is away. Up man gets it and starts the return. And that is Colonius working towards the sideline. And first possession.
Got a flag. I'm going to predict a face mask here.
First possession of the second half. Getting ready to get underway. A penalty on the kick. Personal foul on the Mustangs. And that'll move the sticks close to the 50-yard line. Personal foul on the Mustangs. No clarification on what it was.
Close to the sideline.
Yeah.
Could have been, like a late hit maybe.
Might have been that face mask you were talking about.
Surprised they didn't call that out if that was the case.
Yeah, I mean, look. Just like this, right? You just do.
Yeah, it's not hard. It's not hard. No.
So that'll put them into Eldon territory. 1st and 10 at the 48 now. Trusty back in the pistol. Williams behind him. Colonius next to him. 2 men in motion pre-snap. Handoff goes to Williams. And he stays on his feet, breaks a tackle. Unfortunately, 3 more Mustangs there, and he almost broke free again. And, Williams has had a hard time getting going tonight. He has kept his legs moving. He has kept some plays alive, but just hasn't quite been able to break into that second level in the secondary and break open these big gains so far, Steve.
Well, I tell you what, he really demonstrated on that play. Bringing him down is not an easy task. It's definitely not a one-man job. You got to have a whole team effort to bring down an athlete like that.
2nd and 10, brought down right near the sticks. Trusty set to get it. Man in motion pre-snap for the Indians. There's the snap, the pitch out to the right. Williams looking to get to the corner. Now splits between 2 defenders and is brought down after a gain of about 5.5. Sets up 3rd and 5 here on this first possession of the second half.
Osage leading the way here. We leaned on Colonius right off the bat in that first quarter. We're just going to get some consistent doses of Williams here. Sets us definitely a 3rd down and manageable.
Trusty takes the snap, fakes the handoff, looking for a man wide open over the middle, and he has him going towards the end zone. No one within 10 yards of him, and guess who it is, Steve?
That's John Kimmery,
John
baby.
Kimmery off the play action. Trusty finds Kimmery, and he gets into the end zone.
And that surprised everybody.
Yes.
I mean, he had nobody within any, nobody was covering him at all. Everybody was keying off the rush, the run, And nobody's expecting Kimry to be a target for sure.
Yeah, and that's the first target he's had this season. That's a wonderful play there. Wonderful play. And the extra point is good. That makes it 22-6 after the touchdown and the extra point. So Osage gets the first possession of the second half, drives down the field and puts it in the end zone. We'll take a break. Back with the kickoff after this. You're listening to Cool 102.7 Sports.
From the snap of the ball to the last play of the game, Danner Roofing and Construction specializes in commercial and residential roofing. Danner Roofing and Construction works hard all 4 quarters and completes every job from start to finish with no money down. No time is wasted on the clock, and the seasoned pros bring home the win every time. When your home or business is ready for a roof or repair, depend on Danner Roofing and Construction. 4 generations of roofing experience and the team to get the job done before the whistle blows. Look them up online and Facebook.
Back here in Eldon, Missouri, a wonderful first drive there from the Indians. They put it in the end zone. Kimry coming in on the offensive side, bringing it in. Trusty, by the way, beautiful throw there from Trusty. Caught Kimry in stride.
I'm so glad to see, Trusty getting the reward there because he's had some really sharp passes tonight that just haven't been able to, for whatever reason, haven't been brought down. And Kimry, man, again, his kicking, his defense, and now receiving that touchdown catch, that's just amazing. And Osage starting this third quarter like they started the first quarter in big chunks, big plays, quick touchdown.
Third quarter brought to you by Lowe's Home Improvement. Small kick once again there from the Indians as the up man for the Mustangs gets it. And this will be the first possession of the second half for the Eldon Mustangs. They drove down the field and scored on their last full possession, ran out of time at the end of the first half.
Obviously an opportunity for the Osage defense to kind of reimpose their will. They were, Mustangs weren't having much luck. Some of that due to their own mistakes, but in that first quarter, they just couldn't do much at all. Love to see the Osage defense put that back in place, lock them down.
Hess back in the shotgun, 2 receivers out to the left. Handoff goes that way to Beanland. He splits off 1 tackle, now tries to cut back on the interior, but he is thrown down and tackled in the backfield. A loss of yards. Well, they're going to say he got right around back to the line of scrimmage. Could have been a loss of 6 instead of gain of nothing.
Trying to see who brought him down. There were so many Indians around it. I saw one guy just kind of had a hold of his jersey, just kind of keeping him in grasp until the rest of the Indians could bring him down. I don't know if that was number 9, who it was.
Second down for the Mustangs. Receivers out right this time for Hess. Beanland over to his right as well.
Ooh, somebody's...
Lots of movement up front. Your prediction, Steve?
I'm going to say that's going to be against us.
Yep.
And it is.
Yeah.
Encroachment.
That's a big word.
Going to get an easy 5 there.
Encroachment.
Working on my vernacular, as you might say.
I wouldn't say that.
No, you wouldn't? Not again.
I said it earlier.
Yes, you did.
You're just stealing my words now.
It's how do you become great? You got to imitate the greatest.
That's right. Snap and the quick handoff, and Kimry raising Beanland up off the ground. Him and Colonius both in on that tackle, and Kimry playing big here tonight.
He just does a good job of just protecting that edge there, turning the ball back in the inside where he's going to have help. That was a tough play.
Big third down here in this third quarter as the Mustangs have it 3rd and 4. Osage would love to get them off the field here in this possession. And Hess going to keep it and loses a handle on it, looking for where he was going with it long before he got it and had to fall on it in the backfield. That's going to wind up being a loss for Hess. And that'll bring in the punt unit. So again, the Mustangs.
Boy, just little things like that.
Mm-hmm.
Just total game changers. You got a 3rd and 5 with a chance to convert on first down. We had all kinds of options with that kind of yardage to convert, run or throw, and then all of a sudden drop the ball on the turf and you're punting.
Decent punt here. DePay waves everyone away. Takes an Osage bounce back, and the Indians will start this possession from the 33. Second possession of the second half here for Osage.
An opportunity for the Indians here to really take control of this game. A sustained drive that results in a score here. They are definitely in the driver's seat of this second half. With that last touchdown throw there, that kind of puts the Mustangs in a tough spot, right? They'd kind of slowed us down a little bit on the run here, but now they got to remember we're a balanced team. They got to be ready for that.
Handoff goes to Williams. He tries to get to the edge, a little bit of a stutter step, and by the time he turns to go upfield, he's only going to get a gain of 1. And there, just the tiptoes there in the backfield, Steve. That is not Williams' game. He is hard up the middle between the tackles, runs hard, keeps his legs churning, but there, we've seen him try to get to the edges tonight, and it just hasn't quite worked out for him like it has for Colonius.
Yeah, and I'm going to say, that the difference in there is a defense that's keying off Williams. Keying off a player who had so much success last year, so that's what teams are going to scout. They may have to adjust a little bit after seeing the night the Colonius has had.
Trusty, play action, rolling out to the right, looking for his man. Uncatchable, way over DePay's head, throws it away. Smart move there by Trusty. Good defense in the secondary from the Mustangs. Sets up 3rd down and 9.
Yeah, he had the pressure quick. He almost really had to throw off that back foot just to get it out of bounds. As you said, smart, mature play for the young quarterback.
3 wide receivers out to the right, 1 to the left for him. And he'll take the snap and the handoff up the middle, trying to break a tackle. Williams gets up near the first down marker. There is a flag down. It is enough for the first down. Let's see what the call is, though.
Nice, tough rush between the tackles.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's exactly what you needed. Kind of a bold call there, 3rd and 9. They just run the ball, but it is coming back.
Yeah, illegal formation.
So that'll be a repeat of 3rd down, but instead of 9, we're going to be looking at 14, right?
Yeah, nice run there from Williams. And, if you'd have been brought down where he got initially hit, you'd probably be looking at declining that penalty and making it 4th down. Instead, it'll push it back to 3rd and 14, and the Indians will have to come up with something now.
Going to be hard to be unpredictable on this one. You're going to be certainly looking to put the ball in the air, unless you just go with a safe, conservative call and not worry about the first down. But I'm going to say we're going to put the ball in there and see what kind of magic Trusty can make with it.
4 wide receiver set. Williams behind him. Delay of game, and that'll push the Indians back 5 more. 3rd down and 19. I always forget to look at the play clock. Apparently we do too.
Yeah. True enough.
Don't know what we had for 3rd and 14, but now we need it for 3rd and 19.
On this end of the field, you got to be careful. You'd love to have this first down, but you want to take care of the ball as well.
Trusty back to throw it. Looking for his man down the sideline. Had Childs open just past the marker. And Childs turned the opposite direction of the way Trusty threw it whenever he was looking for it. So that'll bring out the punt unit. And the Eldon defense makes a stop here on this Indian offense.
And how important is a John Kimry in this situation when you just know he has the ability to just flip the field with his impressive punting ability.
Kimry puts a boot to it, though. Takes a good Osage bounce and takes a few more bounces before being downed at the 33-yard line. So nice punt there from Kimry, about 50 yards. .635 left to go here in the quarter.
Mustangs take over 1st and 10 on their own 32-yard line.
Second possession of the half for the Mustangs. And they're getting to the point of the game where they need to get some production when they have the offense out there on the field. I wouldn't look for the Indians to probably go to the air much more as this game goes on, Steve.
Yeah, and Eldon did what they needed to do on that possession. They got the stop, and we helped them a little bit with some penalties. Again, without that false start penalty there, we have the first down. We continue that possession. But Eldon took what we gave to him, and now you're right. The pressure is on them to answer at this point.
Want to thank our title sponsor, Hewlett Chevrolet Buick GMC, for sponsoring this broadcast each and every week, as well as the quarterly sponsors, including Lowe's Home Improvement, here for the third quarter. 1st and 10 for the Mustangs. 6:35 left to go here in the third. 22-6, Osage in front. Tight formation. Hess back in the shotgun. Fakes the handoff to Beanland. Now they're setting up the screen, and the ball just bounces helplessly off the receiver's hands in the backfield. That was Devin Hardy who couldn't quite corral that one in. And they had the screen set up pretty well there, Steve.
Yeah, he was. I think he saw that as well, and he just turned a little too quick. He's wanting to get those yards before he secured that ball, and all of a sudden the play, the whistle blows, the play's dead.
Sets up 2nd and 10. Two receivers outright.
I would anticipate we're going to see the ball in Hess's hand quite a bit more here.
As he hands it off.
That's what I like to do.
Brought down after a gain of about 4 or 5. It was Dooley with the tackle. Brought Beanland off the tackle there, and now a 3rd and 3 situation coming up for the Mustangs. Another 3rd down defensive situation for the Indians.
Did a pretty good job of stopping them on 3rd down in the first half. Let's see if we can continue that.
Two receivers out left for Hess. Fakes the handoff to Beanland. Now looks over the middle.
What a hit.
Collision right at the point of the catch. Dooley hits him. Read that play beautifully. They're going to say the catch was made, but really a negligible gain, maybe 2. Nice job by Dooley. Read that play. Probably looking at a 4th down opportunity here for the Mustangs. A big play here in this second half. Certainly the biggest play of this game coming up.
Kind of reminds me again, this is not the fake punt, but this is pretty significant here if we can get the stop and have the short field.
4th and 2 for the Mustangs. Hess back in the shotgun.
Oh boy, they did it.
Work the hard count. Yeah, Hess went with the hard count, and he drew Osage off sides there. Was waiting to see if maybe the Osage defender was the second mover, but no, they had encroachment. So 4th and 2, a big play there. No play at all. A penalty on the snap. On the Indian sets up 1st and 10 near midfield, right at the 44. Hess with Beanland next to him. Fakes the handoff. Has a man deep, throws it that way. Just throws it over the receiver's head to pay in coverage. Devin Hardy could not track that one down, though. That'll set up 2nd down.
Hardy had a step on him. You get that ball in his hands, and that's a quick 6 for the Mustangs. Swinging for the fences on that one.
That play action, Steve, whenever those defenders bite up, just that millisecond that it takes for the defenders to step up thinking it's going to be Beanland with the run, that's all the space that the receiver needs sometimes. 2nd down and 10 from the 44. Mustangs down 22-6 here. Beanland, the reverse, coming back the other way now. Osage has it read, brought down right near the line of scrimmage, Dakota Collins. We saw Eldon run that play earlier in the evening, and they fumbled the handoff. This time they get it cleanly and only get a yard out of it. 3rd down and 9, another big 3rd down possession here for the defensive Indians.
And, of course, these third downs mean a little bit different when you get to this part of the field and you think maybe it's, 2-down territory, but they're going to need to make this third down a little shorter to make that reasonable, I feel like.
Out on the edge and gets a step on the defender. DePay knocks the ball out, and Osage comes up with it. So Eldon gets the first down, gets past the marker, and then DePay puts a helmet on the football. Ball pops out. Osage recovers it, and they'll take over. What a play.
That was something. Boy, just put the helmet right on the ball, popped it right out of there, and our Indians are right where they needed to be to make the play and head it back our way. Boy, that's a backbreaker for Eldon for sure.
First turnover of the night. This turnover brought to you by Pacific Pools. And it'll be 1st and 10 for the Indians now. Let's do something after that turnover. Trusty back, gets the snap, hands it off to Williams. Williams through the line of scrimmage. Now into the secondary, breaks 2 tackles. He slips one more and had one man to beat, but got tripped up, and his biggest gain of the night. Williams gets on to the Eldon side of the field for a first down by Surdike Yamaha. And he looked like he was riding a Surdike Yamaha jet ski, the way he was just plowing people over left and right, breaking tackles into the secondary, and almost broke it to the end zone.
Yeah, and that's what you got to be. He's had a hard night. He's had to be really patient, just keep coming at it. But just like he did late in the game against Blair Oaks, he can break it at any time. And I just wonder if there's part of that you're just beating down the defense until you get that opportunity to break it big.
Trusty now hands off to Colonius. He comes up between the tackles, shifts between a defender, and picks up about 3 yards to set up 2nd and 7. Ball right, placed at the 35. Make it 2nd and 8.
Feels like a little bit on this drive that Colonius and Williams have traded places a bit in terms of who's kind of carrying the weight for the Indians. Trusty getting the call, rushing out here. Play clock winding down.
Under 10 on the play clock. Trusty moving the Indian offense around pre-snap. He'll get it. Hands it off to Williams. Williams, you see him just hit that line of scrimmage hard and then gets into the secondary once again, into the Crown Power and Equipment red zone. Aiden Williams running hard here in this second half, and he picks up another first down by Surdike Yamaha with a big gain.
Spotting that, it looks like about the 14.
Osage with a chance to get a first down inside the 4-yard line. 1st and 10 from the 14 in the red zone. And you saw it, Steve, he hit that line of scrimmage hard. His legs were churning. That's what you like to see instead of him getting horizontal. You like to see him just get vertical, right between the tackles, hit the line of scrimmage hard.
Oh, flag's on the field here. False start.
False start on the Indians. That'll push him back 5. 1st and 15 coming up from the 19.
Yeah, I just kind of thought that's what we'd see from Williams all night long. I thought he would kind of have a breakout night. That didn't come in the first half. They played him really tight. But it's working here in this quarter, this third quarter. Second big mistake of the night, I feel like, that Osage is taking. I'm going to call that going for it, that fake punt, I'm going to call that a mistake. And we made him pay. And now we get that fumble recovery off the caught pass. Looks like we have the opportunity to make him pay for this as well.
Coming up on 2 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Trusty back, and there's the pitch to Williams, looking to get to the edge. Does so. Right back down to the 10-yard line there. Williams took it. Sets up third down and 7. Osage with a chance to get a first down inside the 5. It's 2nd down, not 3rd. That penalty on 1st down. Williams and Colonius around Trusty. Maverick gives the handoff to Williams. He splits through the line of scrimmage, brought down right afterwards, though. Gain of about 2, sets up 3rd and 5.
Don't have to be a genius to guess what the Indians are doing here. We're just feeding it to Williams every time. We'll see if we change it up a little bit on this third down.
Big third down play here for the Osage offense now. Probably 2 down territory as you want to give Eldon a much further field to have to play on.
It's the only way to make the field bigger, correct?
All night. Williams hit at the line of scrimmage, and he is going to be brought back. 4 Mustangs there on the tackle, and that's how many it took to bring Williams down in that situation, as he has been running hard all night tonight. Sets up 4th down and 4. Play clock and game clock dangerously close to one another. Mere milliseconds apart, Steve.
Yeah, are we going to let this go into the fourth quarter? I'm not sure what our strategy is here. We're taking our time for sure.
What's going to expire first, the play clock or the game clock?
It looks like they're going to try to get a playoff. I thought they might let it just drain out.
Maybe a hard count? No. Trusty, the reverse.
Oh, boy.
Goes to a man up the middle and a huge misdirection and the touchdown into the end zone. Robert Dubbs.
Oh,
came
man.
off the edge. And just everyone moving to the left. Dubbs moving back to the right. He gets the flip and takes it into the end zone. You could have drove a Buick through that hole. Hey, kids in the booth with us, a Buick is a car from a long time. It is a really wide car. You know what? I'll show you a picture on Google later. Extra point is good. That makes it 29-6 as Osage drives down the field after the turnover from Eldon and puts it in the end zone to make it a 23-point game. Back with the kickoff. After this, you're listening to Cool 102.7 Sports.
Sure, people say vaping is a safer alternative to smoking. It's safer than swimming with sharks while dressed like a seal, flying a kite in the middle of a lightning storm, brushing your teeth with toilet water. Just because people say vaping is safer than cigarettes doesn't make it safe. Do your part. Spread the word and the trend.
This message brought to you by the Miller County Health Center.
If you're a seafood fanatic, then you've got to get to Tucker's Shuckers, where they're serving up fresh fish, shrimp, lobster, and oh yeah, don't forget the oysters. Shuck yeah! But if that's not what you're craving, you're sure to love their steaks, burgers, and wings. Tucker's Shuckers has 28 beers on tap, with happy hour food and drink specials every Monday through Friday, and lots of indoor and outdoor seating on their multi-level patios. Tucker's Shuckers Oyster and Tap. We shuck 'em, you suck 'em at Tucker's Shuckers in Lake Ozark on the Bagnell Dam Strip.
3.8 seconds left to go here in the third quarter. Kickoff coming up from the Indians. Robert Dubbs putting it in the end zone for Osage to make the lead 29-6.
Yeah, Osage really taken over in this third quarter. I love that their 2 scores. One came from John Kimmery, which you would not expect, and the other comes from Robert Dubbs, which we couldn't have predicted.
Pooch kick. Fair caught by the up man. So Eldon will take over now with 3 seconds left to go in the quarter. This quarter brought to you by Lowe's Home Improvement.
Well, I tell you, with a quarter left, the Indians couldn't have scripted it any better. What a great game they've had so far. Just 3.8 seconds away from our final chapter of the night.
Handoff goes to Beanland on the left side, and look at the pursuit from the Indians.
So
4
impressive.
Indians out there on the edge. They make the tackle. That'll set up 2nd down and 10 on the other side of the quarter. 3 in the books. One more coming up. Osage up after 3, 29-6. You're listening to Cool 102.7 Sports.
Your money management is now manageable. With an account from Central Bank, you'll have all the tools and technology you need to move, manage, and maximize your money the way you want, when you want. And you have the perk of local branches right in your community when you need some one-on-one time. Because we do banking better. Open your account online or in person at any of our convenient locations. Central Bank. Strong roots. Endless possibilities. Member FDIC.
Dooley Overhead Doors has been the trusted name around the lake area for dependable and quality garage doors. Great customer service with an outstanding reputation. Dooley Doors delivers the highest professionalism start to finish. Download their app and look them up online. Dooley Overhead Doors, conveniently located past School of the Osage on Highway 42, and is a proud sponsor of Osage Indians football.
Fourth quarter underway here. Craig Allen alongside Steve Adams. Justin Wassel back in the studio. Osage defense coming up with a stop on that first down play right at the end of the third quarter, making it 2nd down and 11 for the Mustangs here to start the fourth. Hess. Quick throw out on the edge and gets it to his man. And a gain of about 4 there.
Yeah, I feel like we're going to see just the level of urgency increase here out of the Mustangs here. They're down in a big hole. They've got 1 quarter to try to climb out of it, and this is going to stop being about trying to be balanced, and we're going to be a little more one-dimensional as we try to move this ball quick, try to score quickly.
3rd down and 5. Imagine Hessel have the ball in his hands here on this one in some capacity. And he's looking for a quick throw. Now trying to set up that wheel route. Ball underthrown. Incomplete. Sets up 4th down and 5 here at the start of the fourth quarter.
You know, we talked about that play action being so effective up to this point in the game, and that's going to lose quite a bit of its impact now, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you don't have to worry about biting on that. In fact, we'd love for you to run the ball and just give up small chunks here. We're just going to make sure not to give up the big play. Just don't give up the big score. Be patient on defense. Make them force it.
4th down and 5. Eldon with the football here.
False start on the Mustangs.
Yeah, false start on the Mustangs makes it 4th and 10. That procedure was illegal. What's a legal procedure look like?
The opposite of what we just witnessed.
Yeah, it's like a courtroom
suppose.
setting.
Yes. Dun dun.
That's Law and Order.
What, half of the show is a courtroom setting.
I don't watch it.
You've never seen
Which
Law and
half
Order?
is in the court, Law or Order?
Have you not? Are you not a Law and Order fan? I'm disappointed in that.
I was too busy riding bikes.
On your way to the pool?
Yep. Stop. Stop. Hess coming back across his body, found his man, wonderful catch, had Charlie Dooley draped all over him, and is able to bring that one in. Flag on the play, and it's going to go on Eldon. So that 4th down conversion, all for naught there. And man, what a catch that was too, Steve.
Yeah, that's exactly the kind of play that Eldon needs to draw up and execute, and unfortunately they're not going to. It's going to be erased by the flag.
Going to be holding on the offensive line. Hess was back in the pocket for what seemed like an eternity, long enough to draw the hold, and it just makes the situation a lot worse for these Mustangs now. Ball spotted at the 28. Fourth down and 20.
Yeah, that's tough. And what do we? That's 4th down and 20. They're going to roll the dice here.
4th and 22, excuse me, from where that hold was. Man in motion. Hess fakes the handoff. Now he was looking for Beanling coming back towards the football.
He's going to get a chunk.
Hess is going to get enough for the first down.
Wow.
Just started moving towards that marker and would not stop until he got there. They did the play action with Beanland, Steve, and he was coming towards us, and they were looking to slip him just past the linebacker, but Osage read it beautifully. Unfortunately, just could not get pressure on Hess. He takes off and gets enough for the first down, which was 4th and 22. You'd love to get him off the field in that situation.
Yeah, that's.
Instead, he gets enough for a first down, and it's 1st and 10 from the 50 with 11:11 left to go. Make a wish. Hess fakes the screen, and he is going to be hit late, folks. And it doesn't matter because Hardy brings it in for the touchdown for the Mustangs. But a late hit as Hess got hit right after he threw it. But it doesn't matter because Hardy hauls that one in. So they convert the 4th and 22 and then get the big 50-yard bomb from Hess to Hardy to make it 29-12 now.
Yeah, Eldon's showing they have some life here. We're not just going to give this to you. They had a third quarter they'd love to forget, but they're going to try to own this fourth quarter and climb back into the game.
Some of the Eldon fans may have left prematurely, notably Jason Allen.
Do you know Jason Allen?
I don't mean to call anyone out specifically, but I saw him leaving.
Did he say bye to you as he was leaving?
He did.
Oh, that's nice.
Now I don't have a stand-in for the video parts of this.
Oh, that's disappointing.
Where'd my understudy left?
We got to go authentic. The authentic.
Now I
Craig
have to do it myself. And the thing about two-point conversion here, Hess brings it back, had a man in the end zone, couldn't find it. Throw just behind him, incomplete. So that keeps it 29-12, a 17-point advantage for the Indians now. We'll take a break, back with the kickoff after this. You're listening to Cool 102.7 Sports.
Honor, pride, hard work, and integrity. Cornerstones for Osage Indian football. And Michelle Lewis Caldwell Banker Lewis & Associates. With 23 years experience and a team built on playing every down, you can reach the end zone buying or selling a home with the Michelle Lewis team. Backed by 100 years of the Caldwell Banker brand. Michelle Lewis & Associates fight hard every quarter for your real estate deal. Huddle up at their Stonecrest Mall office and let them win for you. Online and Facebook.
The Mustangs able to put it in the end zone on that drive. A 50-yard pass from Hunter Hess to Devin Hardy makes it 29-12. Two-point conversion, no good. Other scores from around the area. Lebanon over Bolivar, 42-6. Versailles has now got out in front of El Dorado Springs, 30-19. Camdenton was up over Parkview, 56-0 at halftime.
Well, I tell you, with drives like that, if they can put a few more of those on the field, they'll be back in this game. But I think that's going to be a little harder to do this next time around. Now, the kickoff's going to be interesting.
Yeah, because I believe that personal foul penalty goes on to the kickoff.
Okay. And that's going to give them a little more incentive to get creative on this kickoff, I would feel like.
There was a roughing the passer on that 50-yard pass as Kimry hit Hunter Hess late after the ball had been released. So now the kickoff is going to be from the 45 of the Indians. And they are going to go for an onside kick here, Steve.
It doesn't surprise me at all. Again, they've shown they'll take risk and chances when the game was still in hand. Certainly they're going to try it now. What a bounce on the kickoff.
Yeah, almost like a full kickoff there, as the ball is going to be down to right around the 20-yard line. Let's call it the 18. So the ball takes a big bounce, jumps over the first set of receivers for the onside kick and gets into the second level, bounces down to the 18 where the Indians pounce on it, and they'll take over from there here in the fourth quarter, up by 17, 29-12 with 11:02 left to go.
Yeah, so really that wasn't even it was just a no-brainer for Eldon to do that here, because at the very least, they put Osage in poor field position, right?
Yeah. Fourth quarter brought to you by Meeks Lumber, the builder's choice. Trusty gets the play, brings it in for the huddle. First play of the fourth quarter for the Indians. Expect the ground game. There's the pitch out to Williams. Takes the first hit before being picked up and brought down right near the line of scrimmage. And again, Williams has just not been able to get anything going outside the tackles tonight. Those pitches have not been there for him.
Well, again, you called it. Hey, we're not going to be throwing the ball in the air. We're going to be handing the ball off. They're going to key off Williams like they did all first half and really all this game.
Yeah, Colonius hasn't touched it at all here in the second half, has he?
No, I don't believe so. Not in the offensive set he hasn't.
Williams will get this one again between the tackles. takes the contact, picks up about 3 before being brought down. Let's call it 2. Makes it 3rd down and 8 here. So a big 3rd down play as the rest of this game will go here for the Indians and the Mustangs. If Eldon can get a stop here, the momentum is certainly on their side.
Yeah, unfortunately, they have a pretty big deficit here to overcome, but there's still lots of time on the clock. And again, we got to just be smart here. We don't want to, turn the ball over deep in our own territory here and make it easy for them.
Trusty hands it off to Colonius. He's hit at the line of scrimmage, tries to carry a tackler or 2 and does so. A gain of 2, not enough for a 1st down, so that'll set up 4th down, and here comes the punting unit for the Indians.
Yeah, and I just think that's the smart, safe, conservative. You've got time on your side. You've got the score on your side. Again, there's no sense in just taking an ill-advised risk here and giving the Mustangs either a really short field or maybe even a pick 6 there. So just be smart, be safe. And you've got the talented punter with Kimry, right? That changes things for you too.
Clock creeps under 9 minutes. Kimry takes the low snap. Small pooch kick from him. Eldon touches it.
Wow,
Ill-advised touch.
Why would you do that?
Yeah, the back man jumps up, touches the football, and Osage recovers it.
I mean, he actually had to jump up to touch the ball. I guess trying to catch it and bring it in. There'll be a conversation with the coaches about that one.
Ill-advised.
Young man, this is what we're supposed to do in that play.
Ill-advised. That is a tough one. And, of course, the play goes after the ball is punted past the line of scrimmage, any contact from the receiving team makes that a live football. So when the blocker jumps up and just touches the football like that, it becomes a live ball. Osage recovers and makes it 1st and 10. This handoff to Williams. Splits a defender, gets 1 yard, and brought down right at midfield. Any hope that you had of coming back here now? Osage is going to be able to take about 2 minutes off the clock, which is huge.
Just, I guess a young man trying to be a little too aggressive, trying to, snag that ball and gain a few more yards, and ends up being a heartbreaker of a play.
Trusty under center. Handoff to Williams.
Moving the whole pile. Wow.
The referee's letting him play. Williams runs into a pile of tacklers, and then Osage just starts pushing the pile.
Push it down to about the 44-yard line.
3rd and 2 here for the Indians now. And this might even be 4-down territory, but this has an opportunity to be the backbreaker, the official backbreaker.
Well, I almost feel like everybody here in the stands knows what's going to happen. No secret here. Just can you do anything about it? No, there is a secret, and Kimry's going to get the opportunity again.
And Trusty off the play action finds Kimry over the top. They run the play again, and Kimry has a 2nd touchdown tonight. The play action once again. I was watching in the backfield to see who was going to get it between Colonius and Williams. Trusty winds up with it. And, Steve, correct me if I'm wrong. It almost looked like he overthrew Kimry.
Yeah, it did.
And Kimry just ran under it and caught it into the end zone. No one near him. And that's the backbreaker here.
Well,
what a play.
Oh, we got a flag here on the
Were you
PAT
fooled? Did you see
attempt.
what happened? Oh, you got it? Wow. So the only one not fooled was our camera operator.
Kimry may not get the Jackhammer Award tonight.
No.
The
But yeah,
Andy's
I think he's
Jackhammer
gonna
Award,
get the-
but he's got,
Listen,
I don't know.
we've been really bad about naming the Mills and Son Insurance MVP of the game because it's been tough to do in some of these losses, but it might be Kimry tonight.
Oh, man.
It might be.
I mean, again, when he holds that edge on defense. He puts pressure on the quarterback. He punts the ball lights out. He's had 2 touchdowns tonight. Yeah, who else are you going to put out there?
Look at this. And now a fake punt.
Brady Clark. Is that Brady?
To Kimry. And Kimry catches the 2-point conversion off the fake kick to make it 37-12. Osage with a 25-point lead now, 37-12, 7:08 left to go here in the fourth. We'll take a break. Back with the kickoff after this. You're listening to Cool 102.7 Sports.
Where'd you get that grin? Right above your chin.
Why is everyone smiling? Because Key Lime Pie Concretes are back, of course, and they're bursting with flavor. Starting with the world's finest vanilla frozen custard, they add a whole slice of sweet and tangy key lime pie, crust and all. It's all part of the summer of smiles at Andy's Frozen Custard.
Top your day with a smile.
Hey folks, stop by now for one of our brand new hand-spun caramel apples, available in 3 delicious flavors at your local Andy's on the Parkway.
Back here in Eldon, Missouri, fourth quarter action. Kimry with the touchdown reception and then the fake extra point, and Kimry catches the touchdown or the 2-point conversion off of that as well. 7:08 left to go here in the fourth, 37-12.
You know, just when Eldon, it did feel like they had kind of grabbed the momentum monster there and put it on their side, and all of a sudden you go back to that punt, that mishandled punt, to give life to the Osage drive, and then still they about stop Osage on the drive, and then Kimry the touchdown, and it's just crazy. Everything falling the Osage way right now.
Kickoff fielded cleanly, but not returned cleanly. Absolutely drilled and brought down as Beanland right before the 20. 37-12, Steve. That's got to be scoregami, right? Scoregami is when there's never been a score like that before.
Oh, we got a flag on the field.
Yeah, there was some extracurricular activities.
There was indeed.
And not the good kind. Not like a choir performance.
It wasn't Glee Club.
It was not.
No.
It was not the talent show.
I'm going to say that Beanland he wasn't too happy about the way he was treated on that return.
Yeah, he got hit pretty hard.
And he let it be known. But I don't think that the officials appreciated his expression or his protest. We're going to march this back towards closer to their goal line, about to maybe the 16-yard line, it looks like.
Well, that might be a little bit of frustration, too. You know what? My Andy's Frozen Custard Jackhammer hit of the game might go to Devin Hardy and that hit on the cameraman for Lake TV earlier. I mean, he hit him hard. About broke that camera. That's at least, what, like $30?
Yeah, you know, we might break 50.
Pass out to the flats. Knocked out of bounds after a gain of 2.
Pass complete to number 17, Jalen Beckman.
Beckman with the catch. A couple yards there. Sets up 2nd down and 7. Under 7 minutes to go here in the fourth. Osage up 37-12.
I'm just a little dumbfounded by the score. I wouldn't have predicted. Osage has had a great night. Even at that first half, I thought, man, for a 37-12 score here coming into the final minutes of the quarter, well done, Indians.
And there's that reverse coming back the other way. We've seen this a couple times tonight from them. And the ball is loose, knocked away, and John Kimry has recovered it.
It is not.
Yes, it is. The ball was loose on that reverse, knocked out, and Kimry recovers it. That was Dakota Collins. We've seen them. That's the 3rd time tonight that they've run that reverse where Beanland gets it and then hands it off to the tight end. And this time, Collins couldn't hang on to it, knocked away. Kimry has it and tried to move down the field. Sets up 1st and 10 for the Indians at the 25, 6:48 left to go.
I tell you what, Kimry may be hard to live with the next few days.
Yeah.
He's going to be feeling great about life.
What a game. But did he take out the cameraman?
You're really lobbying hard for that.
Yeah, we'll see. Williams up the middle. Gets about 3. I might find that on our broadcast and just send it to you. Clip it. That'll probably be the one play Jackson Gam missed all night. Did not get the cameraman getting wiped out. You got that? He says he got it. Number 1 cameraman in the business.
Right here.
In the safest spot on the field.
Smart guy. That's where it starts.
Yeah. And he knows he's going to look good between us.
Hey, why be on the sidelines when you have Zoom, right?
That's right. That's a wide-angle lens.
Is that the only thing you know about that camera?
Well, I just want to make sure that people watching at home know when they see us at halftime, that is a wide-angle lens.
You know, I was told last week at the football game, hey, I want to assure you that the camera does not add 10 pounds.
Because it adds 20?
Well, that's what I was waiting. I was waiting for the follow-up. Are you going to? But no, they said, no, you look good. You look good.
Oh,
Well,
really?
that's awfully kind of you.
Those are not the texts I get. I do not get the "you look good" text. I get "sit up straight." Why are you wearing those colored pants? I get, yeah. And that's just Stacy Johnson.
Oh, well, fair enough. Stacy's got a good eye.
Yeah, she's keen. 3rd down and 6. Right?
Good to know you have someone watching who's, I guess she still is rooting for the Indians.
She has a somewhat vested interest.
Yeah.
There's the handoff to Colonius. First time here in the second half, and he tries to get to the edge. Can't quite get there. Brought down inside the Crown Power and Equipment red zone.
Spot that at the 20.
They may kick this here. See what they can get from their kicking game.
5:17 left here in the quarter. You know, there's nothing to lose here by kicking it. Something to gain by some experience here.
Officials timeout. We'll keep it here, though, with 5:17 left to go. 37-12, 4th and 4 coming up for the Indians.
Might even be a good act of sportsmanship to kick it, you know. Is that a fair statement? We'll see.
I don't know. I mean, you might have things you're wanting to work on. I wish you had that attitude.
Oh. Fair enough.
Nothing?
Fair enough.
Nothing.
Hey, this is a fun gig. You make it a good time.
Oh, thanks. It's all the bike riding.
You know, I don't think I knew that about – if I knew that about that you didn't know how to ride a bike, I'd forgotten.
Okay. That doesn't make it any easier to talk about. Do you remember whenever you lived close to me, did you ever see me ride my bike over?
Oh, that would have been dangerous.
Yeah, like walking.
Oh, ball on the turf.
Misplay on the snap or on the handoff. Trusty falls on it, so that'll be a turnover on downs, and Eldon will take over with 5 minutes left and a 25-point deficit on the board.
Ball spotted about the 25, you said. Here we go.
Yep, trying to work the handoff there with the misdirections, and Trusty just couldn't quite get it to his man there. Fell on it to make sure it wasn't a turnover and take him back to the house. Makes it a turnover on downs, and Eldon will take over now. 3 wide receivers out left for Hess. Rolls out that way towards Kimry, says no thanks, gives it up to his man. They set up some blockers for him. And out on the edge.
Oh, what was that there at the end of the play? Yep, we're going to get a flag there, a little extracurricular activity. Was that Beanland again? Just kind of hunts down one of our players and just knocks him to the ground from the behind.
Oh, I missed that. I was looking down to see who made the play. That was Michael Rugen with the reception. And then you're saying there was a hit afterwards?
Yes, I mean, the play was done.
Jackson, did you get that too? Oh, great. I'll have to watch it back, Steve. So you're saying he hit him, Steve?
Yeah, like just pushed him in the back, like chased him down and just hit him to the ground from the back, not even face to face. He was aggravated about something, and so that's all coming back. And that was, I mean, I don't know how you could say that wasn't intentional. I mean, he was upset about something.
Yeah, just a little bit of frustration there, a little bit of a lack of discipline. And they'll set up 1st and 10 once again for the Mustangs after they got enough off the reception for a first down, but the late penalty puts them back at the original line of scrimmage now. Short field out here to the left. You got 2 wide receivers. Handoff goes to Beanland. He's through the line of scrimmage. Grabbed by Kimry from behind.
He's running hard. He is running hard.
He breaks some tackles, and hopefully that's enough to get him motivated and going.
Well, he hasn't run that hard all night. That was some impressive athleticism, just keeping those legs churning, keep just fighting. Putting the ball about the 43-yard line here.
Coach Jolly wants to talk about it, takes a timeout real quick, and There were about 4 or 5 guys who had a chance to get that tackle on Beanland, but like you said, he was running so hard and got a lot of oomph behind him. But Steve, it's one of those things where if you're his coach, you're probably saying, "Where's that been all night?"
Right, and you look again coming into tonight, as I mentioned earlier, he's been averaging 8.5 yards a carry. That hasn't happened tonight. He's got to have just a pretty high level of frustration from his lack of success tonight. That's really coming to fruition here, but unfortunately, it's going to be too little, too late for the Mustangs. 6 touchdowns before tonight, and he's not crossed the goal line tonight.
And you know what? I'm going to say something a little bit controversial.
Please.
A little surprised to see him still out there on the field after 2 personal foul penalties. Just from a coaching standpoint.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. That's a fair point.
They'll take this handoff to the right side, and once again, breaks through the line and into the secondary. Stevens makes the touchdown-saving tackle, and Beanland, running hard for the first time tonight, gets another first down on that carry.
Spotting the ball about, the 32-yard line?
And he is, these last 2 runs, run with some aggression.
Yeah, something's really lit a fire in him. And again, like we've already pointed out, begs the question, where's this been all night?
And I think, those personal foul penalties, I think that first one that he got might have been just a victim of the referee catching the second person that did it,
Oh.
Pressure up the middle. Hess looking down the field, and it is an interception. Caught and turned over. That is an INT for the Indians. There is a flag down. I'm trying to figure out who came down with that one. Was it Landon Childs who came up with the pick? I believe so. Childs has had a pretty good night, too. Osage offense coming back towards the sideline, and the Eldon offense staying out on the field.
Officials talking it out.
Hey, nice job by Childs. Just jumped that lane and came up with that pick. Even if it doesn't stand, what a beautiful play from him.
Yeah, I missed it. I was up here looking at the pressure on the quarterback and then missed the other part of that play. I'm glad you caught that.
Did you get the interception? You got it a little bit. What does that mean? What do you mean I got a little bit of it?
Hey, if you're going to start giving Jackson a hard time, you're going to have to give him a headset too.
We'll see if we can squeeze him in one.
It's good stuff. It's good stuff.
Referees talking about this one, or maybe they're just talking about what's going to be open after the game. Pretty much just McDonald's and Taco Bell.
Not many choices here.
Yeah, I don't see the drive-in and the Creamy staying open this late. There used to be a Sonic, and then one night after a football game, everybody went to the Sonic after the football game. The next morning, it was just closed.
I love Sonic.
Do you?
I'm a big fan of Sonic.
They got them buffalo chicken pouch things right now. They're good.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, okay, so back in 1987, Buffalo Sonic. So the turnover is going to stand, and the foul came after the interception. So Childs comes up with the pick, and that gives Osage a first down. What a great play by Childs, jumping that passing lane, coming up with the pick. And now the Indians take over with 3:54 left to go in this game. That turnover brought to you by Pacific Pools. Got some different players out there. Colonius off the edge, and he is fighting hard to break that tackle. It is going to take a little bit more than that first contact to bring him down. Colonius fights hard for about 5 or 6, sets up second and short for the Indians.
I was really looking forward to seeing maybe Colonius break that free, and just kind of what a great bookend that would have been to this game was how he started the game, and for him to have a big breakout run here towards the end.
Really going to have to find some ways to fill in some talk between these plays, because Osage is going to run the play clock down each and every time now. That handoff up the middle, that is not Williams anymore. And that was not Colonius. Was that Drake Williams, or was that somebody else? Was that Nybauer?
I'm looking for a number.
It was Nybauer,
Nybauer, yeah.
Backup running back getting a touch there. Sets up 3rd and 1 after the 3-yard gain. Nice job by Neibauer. We've seen him make some plays earlier this season, too, in special teams and on the defensive side. Get some quarterback pressures, some tackle for losses. Neibauer
senior, so he's had brings a lot of experience there on the field. Yeah, this one's just all but in the books, folks. We're just winding down the clock. We got Colonius there on the edge again, on the left edge.
Yeah, he's going to get a Surdike Yamaha first down. Quick story about Neibauer. Last year, we went to Hallsville. Denny Benny and I went up to Hallsville to call that game. And their Brad Yoder, their in-arena announcer, must have got the wrong sheet or something. They actually handed out the wrong sheet. They handed out the previous year's roster. And so I forget who it was, so apologies. It might have been Aiden Williams. But Aiden Williams was wearing Neibauer's number from the previous season, and so the announcer just kept saying Neibauer had all these huge gains all night when it was Aiden Williams out on the field getting and seriously, that was back and forth. It might have been last year, a couple years ago, that it was 76 to 68 or something crazy, and they said Neibauer had 250 yards.
He had the best night of his life.
Yeah, it was kind of tough because it was actually Williams getting it. Got an Eldon Mustang down. We'll take a injury report here by Lake Regional Orthopedic. We'll take a quick break, be back with the finality of this game. Osage up 37-12 here in the fourth quarter. You're listening to Cool 102.7 Sports.
For more than 100 years, Meeks Lumber has been serving customers in Arkansas, California, Nevada, and closer to home right here on Highway 42 in Lake Ozark. Whether you're a professional builder or a do-it-yourselfer, Meeks has the supplies you need to finish a project from foundation to the finish work. Stop in and let's start building something great together. Meeks, proud supporter of Osage Indians and high schools everywhere. Are you looking for a great place to work and call home? Our Vet is accepting qualified applicants to any of its central locations, Lynn Creek, Lori, and Ashland. Our Vet has state-of-the-art facilities, excellent customer service, and team spirit when it comes to serving its furry family members. Top salaries, custom employment packages, and executive housing available for accepted applicants. Our Vet supports continued education, benefits, and the best opportunity for a meaningful career in the Ozarks. Please deliver your resume at any location and check us out on Facebook.
An Eldon player walking off the field under his own power. That was Jalen Beckman, who's had a pretty good night tonight for the Mustangs. Injury timeout brought to you by Lake Regional Orthopedics. And now the Indians back under center. Running clock here. 1:37 left to go in the fourth quarter of play. Colonius off the edge. He's got a blocker.
There we go. That's what I wanted.
He is past his man. It is going to be a race down the field. He is going to be brought down on the Eldon side of the field at the 35. And Colonius has had a great night. A flag is thrown way back here in the backfield.
Uh-oh.
Oh, moved it up just a bit. Let's see what it is. Personal foul on Osage, but that's about as clear as it gets. Could have been clipping, could have been tripping, could have been face mask. They don't go into details. How does Coach Jolly find out what it is then? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I wonder if they're speaking, just on field level in a way that, they're given the symbol, but the signal, but then he's getting a verbal explanation of that, I would think. You'd want to have that as a coach for sure.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
So that takes us back to where we were a while ago.
I would say he has his culprit down there as Coach Jolly's doing some coaching on the sideline. Second down and 13 now. And it looks like Osage is just going to take a couple knees and wind this one down. So Osage will get their first win of the season tonight, move on to 1-3. Eldon will fall short in this one, move to 500 on the season, a record of 2-2. Osage getting themselves into the win column after 3 pretty tough games to start the season.
Yeah, and what we're really hoping as Indian fans is that this game proves to be as pivotal as it was last year, where this victory, a 28-0 victory a year ago, launched a 7-game winning streak that, it was just so fun to be an Osage fan last year as those, week after week, win after win after win, and just the excitement, the momentum built. every Friday night. That was a lot of fun to be a part of. So we certainly hope that we can see a repeat of that. And, of course, the Mustangs are hoping they don't see a repeat of what they experienced at this point last year. They didn't see another win after their defeat by the Indians.
That is why you don't play the games on paper. We'll have to see how the season pans out from this, but it does feel good to come up here into Eldon in a big-time rivalry game and get the victory here tonight. Final score going to be 37-12 in this one. We'll take a break and then be back with the High-Tech Auto Body post-game show. You're listening to Cool 102.7 Sports.
American Sun Control and Powder Coating is your powder coating and railing specialist at the lake. We can custom design new railings for your deck or pool area, or make your existing railing look like new again. Maybe it's time to enhance your outdoor living space with a new screened-in porch or room. Our 40 years of experience is your assurance of total satisfaction. Check us out online or Facebook. That's American Sun Control.
What a game. It's 4th and goal. Winter Shelton drops back in shotgun. Here's the snap. Shelton bootlegs. He keeps it. He dives into the end zone. Touchdown! When it comes to winning and real estate, there's one team crushing the competition. Winter Shelton Real Estate Group.
Shelton is crushing it.
Look them up online and Facebook.
Winter Shelton's crushing it, yeah.
Being a member has its perks. Have you downloaded the new Dearborg's app yet? Hi, I'm Greg Dearborg. Sign up for Dearborg's Rewards to earn points every time you shop, and so much more. Make your shopping list, scan the weekly ad for deals, clip digital coupons, and save even more. Order flowers, catering, and sweet treats in a matter of a few taps. And best of all, there's always something new. Convinced yet? Grab your phone and discover the most rewarding way to shop is with the Dearborg's app. It's fresh, it's friendly, it's Dearborg's.
When you're looking for a new furnace or air conditioner, price is important, but warranty, reliability, and efficiency are big factors too. At DeGraff & Reed Heating and Cooling, you'll receive very competitive pricing on the industry-leading AirEase products. Every AirEase product is built on 80 years of experience, testing, and research. Servicing the Lake and Jefferson City areas for nearly 15 years, DeGraff & Reed Heating and Cooling for reliable products offered by reliable people called DeGraff & Reed Heating and Cooling.
Your hometown lumberyard and proud high school football supporter, High Brothers Lumber. High Brothers Lumber prides itself on knowledgeable customer service, on-the-spot instruction, being family-owned and locally operated for 44 years. And at High Brothers, we have the biggest delivery fleet and nothing less than premium lumber. Let the quality be the difference that brings you the win at High Brothers Lumber, located on Old Highway 5 South. High Brothers Lumber.
Stepping onto the boat. Pushing off from the dock, tying on the perfect bait, and casting a line.
Grandpa, we got one.
Sharing your favorite hobby. Brought to you by Lake Regional Orthopedics. From total joint replacement to memories that can't be replaced.
My fish is bigger than yours.
Our commitment runs deep. Learn more at lakeregional.com.
Back here in Eldon, Missouri, Osage picking up their first win of the season. Final score 37-12, getting the victory over the Mustangs. And, Steve, we talked about doing it on the ground tonight and the running game getting it done. And certainly I think it can be said that the running game got it done tonight. But Trusty through the air didn't complete a ton of passes, but very efficient in getting those passes into the end zone.
Yeah, I've got us down for 88 passing yards, 2 completions for 8 attempts. Now, if that's right, I don't know if did we complete any other pass but
the
Kimry passes.
I feel like we should have, right?
I feel like I'm kind of surprised by that stat. So, again, I'm trying to do more than one thing at a time, so I might be wrong, but it's not wrong by a lot, right? And Kimry is certainly the hero of our passing game. Just really surprised him. And, again, as we're using that part of our game, we're just trying to swing big with the pass. We're not really, going for small chunks on that. We're really just pounding with the run and then trying to catch the defense off guard with the big gain on the pass. And it worked in our favor both times tonight. So in our rushing department, we rushed for 221 yards on 42 attempts. we had, I don't see any. I'm looking for turnovers. No turnovers that I remember on our side tonight. We took advantage of those from the Mustangs.
We had 3 in the second half, didn't we?
Yeah.
Because I don't think Eldon turned the ball over in the first half, and then they had 3 turnovers there in the second half, and that was just because that's just the Osage defense playing big.
Mm-hmm.
And a couple of those turnovers came after some gains from the Mustangs, but we've said it all season. These Indians don't give up on the plays. They don't give up on the games, and they're going to play until the very end. And we saw it tonight with Colonius getting the huge run to put the game away, and the plays to Kimry that went for touchdowns. It was just a big night all around. It was a good team effort from the Indians.
Hey, well, this is one reason why I just love this game, right? It's exactly what you said, a team effort, and it may be unique to other sports. Like, we cover basketball in the winter where one individual can have a much greater impact on the outcome of a game, than what you can see in football. I mean, it took a true team effort to put this out, to get this outcome tonight. I'm just really impressed. Every night you come to cover a game like this, you're kind of wondering what names you're going to be saying tonight. And, hey, I'm not surprised that we said Kimry's name a few times tonight. But I'm really surprised we said it as many as we did. 2 touchdown receptions, that's certainly not something we predict. Noah Stevens, a name that we keep saying a lot on defense. Really impressed by the play that he's bringing. And, of course, you're going to get the Maverick Trustee and Aiden Williams. And I think Jason Colonius in his first half was really big and just setting the tone. And, of course, anytime you're mentioning one of your skill players, I think you got to give credit to the guys playing, as we say, in the trenches on the line, creating those holes, doing the hard work, creating the space for those skill players to execute, and do what they can do.
Yeah, well, we didn't talk about Landon Childs either. We said his name multiple times, brought him up with some big hits he had, and then he had the interception as Eldon was doing what they could to try and get back into the game down the stretch there, and Childs pretty much with the final nail, getting that interception and the turnover and the third turnover of the half for the Indians. And, we talk about the names that we say, and really outside of Trustee, it's a lot of the upperclassmen, a lot of the juniors and seniors that are stepping up and making plays and being leaders on this squad. And Coach Jolly talked about that last week in his post-game interview, and he might say something similar tonight where he said, we have 2 or 3 people that are coming out and they're leading by example, and they're trying and they're giving their effort, and then once they do that, then the others start buying in. And once you get more and more people buying in, then you have a situation where you got guys flying all over the field like they do on defense tonight. And we saw that from especially there in the first half. This Indian defense, it was aggressive, and they wanted to get to the quarterback and they wanted to get to the football. And Eldon kind of used that against them. They used that aggression against them. They ran some play action. They kind of, turned Osage's defense on their head a bit, and then Osage made the adjustments. And once the adjustments were made, it wound up with 3 Eldon turnovers there in the second half, and both sides of the football kind of brought this one home tonight.
Well, I just wonder what it feels like when you're playing such tough competition for three weeks in a row and just feeling that pressure. And then, okay, Eldon's not the caliber of team that we've been facing. And then just to feel that difference and just like a weight's been maybe off. I don't know. I'm just kind of speculating what that's like for these young men. But I just say congratulations to them and the success they had tonight. And they just have taken some beatings, really. Just facing some tough teams with tough traditions. And we got to see him break out tonight, which is what I was hoping we'd see.
I think we got Coach coming up here trying to make his way up to the press box. Might be like Steve, couldn't find his way up here.
I just had to holler at you.
You had to call me. I wasn't answering.
Yeah, you weren't answering. I think if it was,
I was expecting to see you like rappelling up.
I think the only reason that you actually acknowledged me is that Jackson and Brooke were with me.
Oh, I saw that. I was like, I have to help them.
Yeah, exactly.
And you just happened to be with them, so.
Exactly.
I think Coach Jolly looking for the Steve Adams route to come up here.
Well, he has waved at us a couple times. I see him coming up, so hang around, folks. We're gonna get him up here and see what he has to say. He is he's trying to hurry. I can see him.
He's trying. Again, our next couple broadcasts are going to come to you live from School of the Osage. Indians are going to take on the Pintos from California and then the Hallsville Indians. Do you know which one's first or second in that? I think California's next week and then Hallsville. California, and then Hallsville after that, with homecoming coming up on the 29th. So 2 more home games coming up for the School of the Osage Indians before they wind down the season on the road for the final 3 games of the season. So, sorry.
Homecoming parade. My wife says I said it was on the 29th one time and the 25th one time. It's on the 25th, a Monday at noon.
The parade's on the Monday.
The parade is on the Monday.
Monday the 25th.
Yeah.
Coach Jolly coming in here to join us for the post-game show. And, Coach, thanks for coming up. 37-12, your team got the win tonight. Something Steve and I noticed and kind of felt like there in the first, really as the game went on, a total team effort, both sides of the football getting it done for you guys tonight.
Yeah, it was nice. We didn't have the best week of practice as far as some of the logistics and having everybody there. There was some kids sick, so at the beginning of the week it was a little bit scary about where we'd be and maybe at this point, but we came out really hard and attacked, and that's what I'm most proud of. We got after it early and set the tone. Had a little bit of a lull in the middle of the first half. Towards the end of the first half, I'm pretty disappointed about. I think we got a little comfortable, if that makes sense. So, yeah. But we're getting there.
Coach, you came up and you talked to us last week after the game, and you talked about how it's been a progression as this season has gone on, especially on the defensive side, whereas a couple people were buying in and giving you full effort, and it just kind of seems like more and more have done that. My next question was actually going to be about the aggression that defense came out with tonight. Like you said, a little bit of a lull, but then coming out in that second half, 3 turnovers for your defense. They were flying all over the field and hitting guys very hard tonight.
Yeah, we were more physical, and it's just as we get further into our schedule, we want to make sure that we maintain this type of approach against all the teams that we face.
Yeah.
We're going to face some superior teams to our opponent tonight, and I just want to make sure that we're bringing it each week and not getting comfortable. But no, we to have the takeaways and to take care of the football like we did is what we talk about. So that was fun. That was exciting.
I'll eat crow, Coach, because I'll tell you this. In the pregame, Steve and I talked about players that might make an impact tonight. He picked Trusty with the football, and I said I'd like to see Aiden Williams get going, but it was Jason Colonius who came out and got a lot of yards there in the first quarter and kind of helped set the tone for this Indian offense.
Yeah, we talked about it on the TV, on Lake TV. It's like this. You want to be balanced, or at least the programs that I lead, you want to be balanced. And then what happens is defenses change, and they want to take away what they think is your best player, your best series.
Yep.
And then you've got another series equally as strong, or we'd hope it is. And then when you get in that situation, you can go back, and it's not a big change. You're not changing schemes. You're just changing points of impact. And so Jason is one of the hardest working guys we have in the entire program. We have to tell Jason to back it off in PE at school. Because he was cramping, and he's just he's a kid that's a foundational player for us. He's a kid that we can build off of. I can't say enough about Jason.
I think the biggest testament that we can say about the team tonight is the fact that Steve and I said so many different players' names throughout the night on the offensive and defensive side of the ball. Once again, final really kind of quote and question is just the full all-around team effort on both sides of the football. Guys flying everywhere, Dubs, Kimry. It just felt like we were saying a bunch of names all night, everyone giving a full effort.
Yeah, and we're starting to see kids that are when you start to grow and the kids see opportunities to play and to come in, and when you have growth from the bottom up, those kids start to show a little bit, and then we can spell some of the older guys. And it was just a total team effort tonight. We just got to make sure we clean up our weeks prior to the game. We've got some work to do on that.
Yeah, well, 37-12, Coach, you get the victory tonight. Thanks for coming up and joining us. Have a great weekend.
Okay, thanks, guys.
Again, that's Coach Jolly joining us. Osage picks up the win here tonight in Eldon. Final score 37-12. Osage with their first victory of the season, moving to 1-3. They move on to take on California next week at School of the Osage. We'll have that broadcast for you live right here on 102.7, and you can watch along live on mosportzone.com. The broadcast, along with this radio feed, will be live on there for every game remaining in this season. You can find it at mosportzone.com or on YouTube at mosportzone. But again, Osage, a win tonight over Eldon, 37-12. For Steve Adams and Justin Wassel in the studio, I am Craig Allen. Thank you for listening. This has been a presentation of Cool 102.7 Sports.